You're watching on YouTube. Say hi. How you doing, YouTube? What's going on? Say hi to your boy Chloro. Let me know you're alive. Let me know you're with it. Zen, what's going on? Good to see you. Zen's way ahead of the game. Everybody over on Twitch, what's poppin'? Y'all are loud. Y'all let me know you're here. That's for sure. Hello. How are you? My name is Chlorokin. I'm doing a little bit of a slow warm-up today. Things are all right. Things are all right. Did we get another pass? Yeah, I bought another pacifier immediately. No AFK this time, no promises. But if I die again, I owe Paku 100 million, so there's some motivation there. You know, scanning Tabby is a little bit different than wormholes psychologically, right? You do get a bit lazy with it compared to wormholes, or I do. It's funny, and I paid the price right away. Super funny. Ladies and gentlemen, I have water in my house, which means that I don't have to do weird things anymore. We are so fucking back. We are so fucking back. I don't have to go to my neighbor's shed anymore and use it as an outhouse. No, I'm just kidding. Can you imagine you go out in the spring to like get your equipment and there's just like a pile of poo there? Could you imagine? So funny. How are y'all? Good to see ya. Life is good. We don't record. No, my sewer worked. I just had to pour water down the thing, you know? Thankfully. Well, to be fair, my sewer was the first thing that broke. The sewer froze, and that started this chain reaction of AIDS. But the sewer got fixed quickly, which means it wasn't a shitty time. It was just no shower. Can't wash dishes time. Congrats, dude. Thanks. Yeah, no doubt. I'm 100% less miserable now. It's true. I say still do that despite having plumbing again. Yeah, so I am, you know, I'm going to make sure this never happens again now that I understand the layout of the plumbing in this place. I kind of have a good indication of what happened, and it was, you know, the same old story. Like somebody came in, did a job, and did a poor job, and then it chain reacted. It always happens. You guys know the drill. You got to be careful who you hire, is what it comes down to. A big clog will do that. Chew your food better. Well, the sewer clogged from a freeze, Scotty, because the pipe was pitched wrong in the ground there. So it's kind of funny. Like the first joke to make is like, "Oh, you clogged your shitter." Huh? What actually? Like I'm innocent. My hands are clean on this one, even though you know I've clogged a toilet or two in my life. You know. What's going on, folks? Good to see you. We don't have to talk about plumbing, but I am quite relieved, would be one term. But, you know, I'm going to play some Eve, hang out. Glad you got it fixed. Yeah, me too. I have a lot to learn about life in general. I've rented almost my entire life, so to have a dilapidated shack is a bit of a learning experience. I'm just gonna move to fucking New York, fuck it. My man said he was banned from his buddy's bathroom for taking huge dukes. Alright, that's crazy, bro. You're an Eve player who needs to shower anyway? Goddamn, I need to shower. Oh. KS, Glag, how you doing? Twitch, what's poppin'? First chat of the day was Dwayne. Dwayne was fast, bro. Dwayne was fast. Dwayne, was that fun or what? Yesterday. Fighting in it? Dude, I gotta say, that was one of my best runs of all time. You know why? Because I got like absolutely nothing happening for the first like 2 hours of doing it, but I kept the vibes immaculate. And then we got a good fight and we were just so ready for it. It's hard to keep the vibes good when nothing's happening in a fleet for like 2 hours. But I managed to do it, and then we got rewarded. It just was like, just like 1,000 chef's kiss. You have some skins I wanted to give away? Nah, you good. You good. Nah. I mean, I appreciate you, Zen. You're the boy. But I'm gonna reject your very humble gift. I already give them stuff sometimes anyway, so we don't want to spoil chat, do we? Wayne, good to see you. My boy. Dank Gravy is here, an officer of ChloroKitties. ChloroKitties unfortunately just lost a good member, Sphinx. I know why we lost him, and it makes total sense. He was looking for some blops, and as soon as he joins, we kind of transition out of it. So he's going to try to find some blops. And I wish him the best of luck, and I like the guy. And I'm just sad because I never really got to play with him too much, and I bait and switched him. So, but we'll move on. He's still cool. We picked up a few new players in the corps, so it's kind of neat. I've been kind of struggling a little bit with getting people to read the materials I've made for the map, so it's kind of driving me nuts. But my mood is better now that I can take a shower on demand. I'll say that. What up, Gravy? What up, Soul? My cat says meow. Hi, you want to come to the stream? What's the matter? What's the matter? You come to the stream? Okay, she just wants to meow at me from afar. So what up, what up? Harvey Birdman, aka Barbie Herdman, aka Wagwan Delight. It's my boy. He's installing Wander for himself or for a crew? You can use mine, I won't spy. That's hilarious. That's very kind of you. So the truth is, like, I can certainly set up Wander. I guess I'm feeling offended now. I could definitely set it up. It's just we were trying to set it up on a VPS, which was bizarre. I've never used one before. So there's like a little bit of routing involved that I don't know how to do. So I think what we'll do is we'll either like set it up the normal way, just like a standard server on his standard, like we'll set it up the normal way, or I can't think of the terminology, or I'll just pay for hosting down the line kind of thing. But I appreciate that you would share. That's very kind of you, Harvey. You're the best. Grinding Faith, what up? Grinding Faith says, been watching Nomad series and inspired me to venture forth on my own. Always love to see that. The inspiration is great. When people are inspired to do their own things, it's perhaps the best feeling. What's up? I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them. Yeah? What? I'm not going to be able to get through this intro. Hold on. Let me go pet the cat. All right, we're back. She's like, dude, who the fuck are you talking to? Always awesome to inspire people for real. Inspiration is interesting because like you're unlocking their own creativity that they knew they had, they just didn't know how to use. It's great. Kotse, what's going on? HybridNet is here. What's poppin'? HybridNet offered to possibly do timestamps for my stream for some compensation, which would be lovely. But I'm going to talk to him today after the stream. That would be truly remarkable. I don't think I know you, but you're here and you have fingers and eyeballs, and trust is something to be given. So I think I'll try it out. I'll definitely hit you up. That'd be amazing. Haas, what up? What's going on? Big Haas has been in the house. Scotty's in the house. Techno is in here. What's going on, folks? We've all been there. A week after I bought my house, I clogged the kitchen sink with grease. Yeah. This was the worst plumbing-related thing I've ever seen. Like, I've had happen to me. This was the worst. I've had this sewer freeze one time when I first moved in here, but I hired a plumber then to, like, defrost the sewer, which was a huge waste of money, obviously, but I was, like, panicking. That's why I didn't want to do it again. What up, CZ? People send me mad hearts on YouTube. One heart, one love. I got nothing. Logomorph, what's up? 50 Pels is here. Dell is here. Welcome to the stream. Soul Ingenic. Aled is here. Good luck with ghosts. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm just going to do a quick bit of scanning after I say hi, and then we'll poke through a Lowsec hole and find some ghosts. Or try to. Just kind of hanging out. Scanning on autopilot, chilling. I'm going to bring the black glass this time, so. I just have the ghost sites, or is there other stuff? Yeah, I'll run sleeper caches too. Ghosts and sleepers, pretty much that's the only thing I'll do in Lowsec. There's other things you can do, though. You can cherry pick stuff or just kind of flit around. There's also great combat exploration in Lowsec. 6 out of 10s even. Broma, Zapahan, welcome, 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 welcome. TWKNE. Hello, I don't know how to say that. How you doing? Don't use laundry detergent in your dishwasher. That's amazing. I don't even know what that would do. What did you transition to? You talking about the corp? Yeah, so we basically moved into Tabby, so it's like all things exploration related. But I'm gonna try to fold Blops back into it like ASAP, probably towards the end of this month. I'm gonna get out there probably next Sunday. I'm gonna sit out there all day and try to frag people. Soul says, enjoy the latest Android video. Thanks and great work. You're welcome. Thank you for letting me know. I'll see you next year for that. Is it possible to run Wander on my PC and Docker? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, if you want to run any of these locally, you would just follow the instructions locally. And then just use localhost 8000 instead of a URL and just leave it there and never actually transition it to a URL. Clog things are nightmarish. Yeah. What's up, weird ball? How you doing? How you doing? What's going on, people? Good to see everybody. My name is Chlorokin. I will be entertaining and or ASMRing and or distracting and or annoying you for the day. It's a me, Chlorokin. So the other day I lost a pacifier because I just AFK'd on a wormhole uncloaked, which pretty cool stuff, I gotta say. Pretty decent. You know. Sometimes you're just sick with it and people just, you know, take advantage of you. I happened to die right in front of an Archon, which was certainly interesting. Anywho, let's find a Lowsec hole to poke through. The Tabby map currently looks like this, so it's definitely not been scanned yet today, but you know what? I like scanning. I do. Now, we're not going to scan the whole thing down. We're just going to basically find a low and percolate, but it could be interesting. So real quick, let me just mark a few of these off that we already have. Yeah. VMQ, ZZ. So we have these, so we're going to ignore those, and we'll just take a nice big juicy scan here. Pretty good odds of hitting a Lowsec static right off rip. So chances are the first wormhole we go to will be a Lowsec static, and we can just poke through it. Alas, it's not a guarantee. Everyone in Corp is too afraid to scan now. Okay. I mean, listen, I don't know. I can't help anyone with that. That shit was pissing me off. I don't even want to talk about it on stream. Because I'll just roll into it again. But motherfuckers, the bottom line is motherfuckers need to read shit and watch shit that I produce for them in the Corp. Bottom line. It's not optional. I'm not afraid. They're afraid. And I know mad people don't want to read or watch, but that's okay. I don't care. You have to. Wow, this one goes right up to young Jits, right? Let's just pop through here, actually, for the fun of it. Just clear that, and we'll grab all these, post those in there. And this is SGL. This is a Lowsec. It looks like it goes up to a jitter. We're probably going to come back through here, though. People are more likely to focus on it and learn it. If you have a meeting, if you give a presentation. So I wrote a handwritten guide. I also recorded a 10-minute video going through the entire process extremely slowly and carefully. Oh, look at this guy sinoing. Oh, what are they doing? Look at this. So cool. Look at this. We literally see a guy sinoing on the wormhole. What are you going to bring through? It's a Covops. Is he like bridging BRs or something? I mean, that's uncommon right there to see it. This is like a Tabby and Turner thing, really. No, but the point is, it just annoys the shit out of me to try so hard to teach people how to do it, and then they don't even look at it. That is inexcusable to me. And that's why I was in such a bad mood. Like, I literally made a video and edited it down and hosted it just for like 10 people, and those guys, and some of them couldn't even watch it. I couldn't believe it. People don't read. Well, that's why I made the video, right? Anyway, people can mean well and they can be nice guys, but if they want to ignore the stuff I put out there and make my life more complicated, they're gonna get warned straight up. Look, he lit another cyno because he didn't do the other one. Look at this. This is so crazy. What's coming through here, bro? Oh, this is an Eve Uni guy? I shouldn't even, like, show this. Anyway, I'm done raging, but I'm also no longer going to tolerate people just bumbling around on Wanderer. Either you watch the stuff and read it all and ask me questions, or you don't use it. And if you try to use it and fuck it up, you will be warned and removed. I don't care who you are and how much I like you. We will get tons of people to join us, but we don't need to tolerate people being ignorant. Who that from uni? His name's Ludo7. I don't know what he's doing. He's chain lighting cynos here. Nothing's coming through. It's Ludo. You mean today? What's up, Yvonne? What's going on? Peter Pinecone in the house. Tricanus follow the stream. Look, he did it again. He lit a cyno but didn't actually go through. Is he trying to do a little bait skis? It just seems weird to be baiting with the actually, like, lighting the cyno is the weird part. Ask him? I mean, shit. Just chilling. Should I go to bump him? Wait, should I? I'm gonna decloak the pacifier and bump him. Here we go. This is gonna get real intimate real quick. Oh, he lit the cyno again. Look, it's gotta be like some bait, watch. So I'm safe because I can take the wormhole, but look, he's just sitting there. I'm just gonna chill next to him. Hey, bud. Oh, there you go. There they go. There they go. So I decloak and then he brings the redeemer in? I don't think you could smart bomb in time to, like, actually make that happen. I think that was just pure luck. And before -2 passy, how would you lose the passy there, Ingenic? So, you know, I'm going to be honest, it's kind of hard to catch a Black Ops battleship on a Lowsec wormhole. So it's not crazy doing this. Like, you have to be dummy fast quick at decloaking them because, see, he did a micro cloak trick. Oh, no, he didn't. He did a normal one. You don't have to micro cloak trick these. You can literally just align and cloak and then warp 3 seconds later. So even trying to decloak a Blops is extremely impossible, especially if they're travel fit in Lowsec. You truly need a bubble. Anyway, interesting. I don't think I'm going to go through there, but that's fascinating. Thanks for sharing, Mr. Dude Man. As a casual wormhole diver, would Wanderer worth looking into? Well, the question should be, is a mapper. Is it worth using a mapper? And yeah, you should definitely learn how they work. I agree. You don't need it for yourself, though. You could work just off of bookmarks. But mappers are cool and useful and fun. I use them for solo. Always have. All right, let's keep finding a Lowsec hole here. It's kind of funny. I did not expect to see that. That was very, wow, interesting. Very interesting indeed. Blawa, how you doing? How you doing? Everybody on YouTube, hope you're having a wonderful day. My name is Chlorokin. I'm doing a little bit of scanning here in Tabbits. Here, just looking for a Lowsec hole. There's like 100 of them, so we're not going to be starved for choice. Lucas, what up, buddy? Welcome to the stream. I'm having a real good day right now. You may be asking yourself, why, Chlorokin? Why are you having such a good day? Well, that's a good question. Thank you for not asking that. The answer is, you know, I got water coming out of the walls now. Good water. Here's another Lowsec static. This one goes to, what is that, what's the thing west of Canid? Is this Canid? DKB. Can't remember. I can never remember this. It's like a Iridia or Canid. No, it's not Iridia. It's Canid. I'm positive. No? Let's find out. I'm positive, he says. Corazor. Ah, okay. It's not Canid. Corazor. All right, well. Sucks to suck. My first day on the job here. This could be a good one. There's only one guy here. 2 accounts. Where are we right now? Oh, Jesus. That's some shiesty Lowsec. All right, yeah, we'll come out here and explore. This seems fine to me. Yeah, use the public one to get a feel for it. Yeah. And then if you like it, you can do a little private one on your machine or on a server. Yeah. We currently use the public one because we're still arranging hosting and stuff. But I mean, like, I could just get it off if we need to. It's really not a huge deal to use the pub one. The pub one's a little janky though, honestly. Sorry. Someone says using a radio menu would save you 0.0069 seconds. Maybe. Could be right. When I hack too, I click the power ups instead of keybinding them. That probably would save me some time too. I just don't care too much for the radio menu. However, I do respect it. I think it's probably better. Blackwatch, I see. Does gas pay enough for Omega? Somebody just asked me that. This is so weird. Somebody just DM'd me on Discord like an hour ago and asked me that. And my answer was long and convoluted, but the answer is no, it doesn't really for most people doing it normally. But you'd want, if you only want to do gas, you'd probably want to layer it with PI, reactions, and other passive incomes. Maybe even ratting. It's kind of, to turbo gas does require a lot of different skills to do it properly. You can get into it quickly though. You can probably learn how to do gas in a month efficiently, as well as I know it. Corzo is kind of chill, kind of empty. A few local groups, yeah. One thing I've been doing here in Tabby is that there's no clone bay in the station, right? However, every time my cooldown's up, I just drop a clone in here. So now I have all my clones pretty much, well, a ton of them in the station, which means I can just switch between them as if there was a clone bay here. Because bizarrely enough, you're not allowed to create a clone at a station without a clone bay, but if you jump away from that station, something will create a clone there. For you. Like, I guess your body becomes the clone or whatever, but like, how are there facilities for that if you can't install a fresh one? I don't get it. And how could you jump back if there's no clone? It doesn't pass the sniff test. Technically, you should only be able to jump clone when you're at a station with another jump clone. You leave a clone there with yeah, but how would you jump back without a clone bay facility? You telling me the only thing a clone bay facility does is allow you to create the clone? It's just biomass and... I'm pissed. What's up, Heffel? Just kidding, by the way. In case you're hearing this, you're like, why is he so mad? I'm not. This is just joking. Ghost Dance, what up, what up, what up? Sigil. I don't know how to say your name. Just noticed that last week. What up, what up? How y'all doing? What's going on? How is life? Are you guys having a good week? I'm having a much better week than before. If you missed it yesterday, I did a little bit of molding. It's true. But we also went on a roam and fucked around for like 2 hours. And then we fought Initiative, and it was so fun. What's up, Spyro? Prawnfish followed the stream. Welcome. Dank Gravy, did you watch the video on Tabby mapping at all? I mean, I guess you wouldn't admit it if you haven't. Clone Bay is body vending machine. Jumping is transferring consciousness to another body, leaving current. So the Clone Bay literally only means creating the clone. I see. I see. That's, I mean, I guess it makes sense, but it is interesting. It should be like a clone factory. Gravy says I did. Yeah? Okay, cool. Good job, man. Thank you. Thank you for watching it. Seven, what's going on? How are you? My afternoon is going well, Spyro. Everything's cool. Life is good. Thank you for watching that, Gravy. So here's the thing. You were joking before about like nobody wants to map because they'll get in trouble. Obviously, you know, tongue in cheek. But like, you know, if you watched it, I can't see how you're gonna get in trouble. How do you respond in stations without clone bays? Oh shit! P9, he figured it out. This is the problem. You can set your home station anywhere you want. I could set it right now to this station without a clone bay, and you would respawn here. How can you respawn somewhere without a clone bay? P9, thank you for the logical extension. This is what it's like to have a chat, by the way. These people will finish your logical forays. Video game logic? Listen, stop. This is the game where I fly through planets and it decloaks me, all right? Columbia is body vending machines, but how do we respawn? What do they have, a bunch of blanks there just in case? What do you leave, like a stash there? Ah. All right, we're going to go out in this ship, which is an Astero. A lot of people have their very strong opinions on exploration, and the older I get in this game, the more wizened I become, the more I realize it doesn't really matter what you hack with. It's all Gucci. My main thing is I like the Astero for the speed and the tankiness, right? It doesn't scan good. I don't use it for combat. I don't fight people, but it's extremely tanky when you refit it. It's just because of how the ship works with all the rig slots, and it's impossible to lose in Lowsec, so you don't need to like worry about nullifying. It's a perfect Lowsec exploration vessel. It nails all the caches, all the ghost sites, etc. So I thought the video was pretty straightforward and actually answered a couple questions I still had. Yeah, no doubt. But the point I'm trying to make is like, if you watched it, I don't think you're going to have a problem. But if you refuse to watch it, you're going to piss me off. Logical constipation. What's the difference between water and wormhole systems? To me, both look interesting. Same. Hold on. What is this? What does this use? Is this Wanderer? Is this you Wanderer behind the back? I don't know what that is. Is that its own? Is that a specific mapper? There's lots of different types of mappers out there. People kind of like Wanderer because they kind of use the same philosophies that Pathfinder, an old favorite, used before it stopped being developed. Is the video on Discord? Yeah, it's for my corporation. It's just about how to use Tabby. There are nerds in a Bazin that can, yeah. I made a video about ultra locking. The truth is that even with ultra locking, you'd also need a clutter camp for an Astero because it's a covert ship, right? So they would need the trash there to decloak you and ultra locking. It's almost unheard of, but you're right. Technically, this is catchable, even in Lowsec, even with perfect play. You're right. What's up, Gonlink? How are you? He says they've caught me before. But what I'm trying to explain is that a sub 2-second ship is catchable by ultra locking, and I've studied this and made videos about it, right? But with a covert cloak, right? Perfect play means they don't catch you without trash. That's all I'm trying to say. So of course they can catch people. They can even catch people with covert cloaks, but this is another wrench. He says you can get an Astero to sub 1. Okay, all right. I made a video about this. Stop teaching me shit I already know. How's that? You're like, hey, do you know this, that? Dude, oh yeah, I do. Let's talk about it. No such thing as sub 1? Sure there is. Yeah, Hecate can hit it. Hecate is the classic example. Yeah, but the point is it rounds up. Yeah, we're not talking about instantly warp. We're talking about a sub 1 second warp, which goes up to 1, which gets around ultra locking. What's up, Bob? How are you, buddy? Everybody here that is talking about, everybody thinking about and talking about catching mechanics on a gate needs to go watch my video called a Nomad's Guide to Lowsec Travel. So it's not sub 1. Well, the align time is sub 1, but it rounds to 1. That's the whole point of the terminology. You're technically right, but you're a douche nozzle. Just kidding. I'm actually the douche nozzle today. Bob says, doing all right? Thanks, you. I'm doing good. I'm doing well. Thank you. Hardwick over here splitting fucking hairs. Yeah, ultra locking is a very scary thing. The other place they set it up constantly, Gonlink, is mirror item rancer. Obviously, that's a very common spot. There's a guy that ultra locks in Van down in Iridia, D Menores, right? My point is, there's no going for sub 1 because of roundup anyway. Yeah, but I don't think you know what You mean, I think you might actually be mistaken on this now. Now we're about to talk about it. If you go on, if your align time is anything less than 1.0 seconds, it means it'll round up to 1 and then you can't be locked. That's what sub 1 means. So there's a possibility you're phrasing it wrong, you're misunderstanding it, but there is such a thing as sub 1, and what it means is it rounds up to 1 and you're not lockable, even by ultra lockers. And this is easily achieved with a Hecate. And he said you can do an Astero. You can do lots of things with nomads, right? Also, don't call people stupid here, please. Well, you can call me stupid, I guess. Is it worth it to like my alpha alts more than my omega alts? No, not at all. You're stupid, Cloro? There you go. Nomads are a good investment. One of the best implants. Yeah, they're pretty good. I agree. It's a cool conversation. There's tons of misconceptions around here. I think Harvey's getting lost on the wordplay of it. I really don't recommend you pursue this any further. I think you know how it works. You're just getting the words confused, but I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe we're all dumb. Definitely not a hill worth dying on. I'll tell you that. I can tell the ultra locking can catch things that are sub 2. Rounds up to 2, they can catch that. I've personally tested it exhaustively and made a video about it and met people that know how to do it. Is the semantics I don't like? Okay, well. You're confusing people into thinking you don't know how it works. I think is the problem. So, Godspeed, Harvey. Love you, buddy. If I have 200 ping, how much worse would that make Lowsec travel for you? There's a bunch of different ways to look at it. There's this article on like a French website that really breaks it down visually that'll explain what latency does for you. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know if I want to like litigate this right now because this is a tremendously complex topic with a lot of different gameplay things that are involved. But I'd say 200 ping is going to make it harder to do everything by about 200 ping worth, which is about 1/5 of a second, right? So pretty much everything that you think about, stuff will still round for you, but everything is going to be more complicated with higher ping. Plus a lot of incorrect knowledge out there. Yeah, I mean, there's parts of this that even I don't get, of course. Having studied it, I still don't understand certain bits and bobs, like the code behind the priority order of setting up the ultra lock, etc. I don't know how that necessarily works. I just know that it does. Yeah, have fun. I'm pretty sure that Harvey knows how this works. He's just trying to. He just hasn't. He takes for some reason he takes issue with the way it's phrased, which I cannot help him with. But you know, he's allowed to. He's a big boy. He's allowed to complain. Since the line time rounds up to the nearest second, does lock time do the same? All actions do. Well, that's not true. All actions do not round up. Hefil, not all actions are based on server ticks. Harvey, not all actions are based on server ticks. Most are. But for example, this was in a Nomad Tail 16. For example, scan time, it's off of the server tick. MJFGs, I didn't actually test this, but we strongly suspect MJFGs are off it as well. Like I physically tested scan modules for like a 4.1 to a 4.8 or whatever it was, and like you can actually see the difference in it, when you can test it over and over and over and over and over again, meaning it's not every X time it would give you a faster one. It's repeatable. It's off. Yeah, scan time is distinctly that way. Scan time is not a client side. Well, sure, if you specify certain things, it's going to erode my argument. I'm just trying to say there are things you do in this game that are completely off of it, that are relevant. Yeah, this is a really complex topic, and I'm not even trying to pull authority here. At this point now, I'm in the weeds. At this point now, I'm with the rest of you guys. On the align time, on the gates, I'm very researched, though. Which is useful when we have these conversations, but it's also extremely tedious. Everybody always gets on each other's throats over this stuff, because, like, you know, it's kind of consequential. All right, so it was DKB I wanted to go to. No, that was SGO. No, DKB, yeah. Let's go to DKB. But yeah, this stuff is, like, very interesting, and if you care about the mechanics, chances are you're in the right place. Even if, like, we're yelling at each other to kind of figure out what's right and wrong, like, this stream is highly based around discussing mechanics, though. Even if we got something wrong or something, or the masses don't get it, like, still the right place to be. A lot comes down to testing, which is something that I do respectfully more than the average player, for sure. And that's a huge part of, like, how I've learned to live life as well. It's kind of cool. I can tell Gonling knows a lot about mechanics for sure. He was like telling me kind of some stuff I knew. I was like, shut up, but I can tell he knows a bit. I know Harvey's no dummy either. So I got fried chicken from the store. You haven't watched all my videos? Yeah, I made a video about Lowsec travel that we went in depth with video coverage and like measurements of ultra lockers in mirror item. It was really cool. The only thing not covered in that video is lancers. I think everything else is covered. And I'm not gonna lie, if you're learning about lances through my video, you're in bad shape. You feel me? Anyway, let's kind of just pick a random location. If we get any guests, we'll rip needle jacks in. That wasn't bad. I think we got out of that. We were kind of at odds for a second there as a chat, but I feel like we got out of it. That was good. You guys are saving me. I don't deserve you, chat. Senor Pumpkin Escobar, what's poppin', slime? How are you? Yeah, the actual like mechanics behind what's happening in combat and Eve, it's more of a turn-based game than it is a real game. That's what you guys mean by everything's on the tick. And you're right, almost everything is on the tick. There's just a few distinct things that are kind of interesting that we kind of round everything up, and there's a few things that are off of the combat tick, like the scanning I mentioned, right? When someone lances your Astero, they're just like spooling up 15 seconds in advance to try to cap your fucking Astero, and they hit it. It's like, well, all right. It's interesting MJD is off the... Yeah, so I actually didn't test that. That was a suspicion. I tested the... So here's the thing. I have follow-up to do. I suspected it, and then I tested scan time, and then I never went back and tested MJFG. I can tell you it certainly feels like it's sometimes off the tick. If with max scales, it goes to 5.1 seconds. And I swear, I think it's one of those things where 9 out of 10 times it'll be 5. I think it's what it is. If I understand the mechanics properly. Wait, what am I looking for? Oh yeah, datas. So we're pretty much only going to be looking for level 3 data sites. If we see a 4 or 5, it's likely a sleeper cache. And what we're looking for specifically are Lowsec Go sites that just happen to be on our way. And then when we see them, we can pretty much just like sit back, relax, grab a 6-pack. Want to hear something wick whack? I got the same exact tat that's on Nick's ass, right? The fuck did he just... Don't worry about it. Just a little diss track from back in the day. Just a grown-ass man dissing Mariah Carey. It's normal. Normal. This is just what people do, man. People just get sick with it. Friendly reminder, Jack's skills are not perfect. We're using Tech 1 modules on an Astero. The scanning is going to be slow. But you know what? I kind of like it. I kind of like the chill kind of mid-game style of... I don't have everything perfected with Virtue style scanning. I always make the analogy of saying it's like training with weights on and taking it off later. It's good for you. Well, if your goal is to get brolic and fast, right? But we're just going to take our time, enjoy life. I happen to just like wandering around the stars. So, Gone Link, the way I tested it was I recorded it and I looked at the sound waves in Resolve. It made it very unequivocal. We could just physically look at the different timings. I find it funny that some people do 400 APM and it translates to much less. Well, sure, but then there's occasionally someone like Yeramel, sorry to glaze him, who actually can use that APM. That's scary, but yeah, most people. Some more thing that can be interesting, lock delay after cloaking their rigs can reduce that. Yeah, people put that on RD Lokis and shit. I used Instalock Bomber, so it doesn't have any effect there, funny enough. But yeah, it's a cool rig. I forget the name of that rig. With someone scramming you? What you mean? Secure key storage. Oops. Lost me probes over here, mate. Gonna do a 4A right there. Scram turns off. Yeah. Oh, I was just talking about the timing of like a 5.1 versus 5.9 on an MJFG or whatever. I don't know what I mentioned about scrams or anything. Sorry. My head's in the clouds. Yeah, I'm talking about how long it takes to resolve. Because what got me thinking is because max skills on a command destroyer, the boosh is 5.1 seconds, which if that rounds up every time, that's lame, right? You don't even have to max the skills. It really got me thinking. And so I tested a few things, and I really wanted to know if the triplet scanner was actually better or worse than a Tech 2 acquisition array as well. I wanted to figure that out if it rounded up or down, and it does not round, which means triplet sucks. Triplet is absolutely unusable. Because of that, if you plan to do mass scanning. Oh, I thought this was a ghost site for a second because of how hard it was to scan, but it was just a little off center. I YOLO warped to a station because I was so confident. Whoopsies. Ain't no way I get that lucky, right? But yeah, it's a particular use for me to understand the MJD timing and how it either rounds, how it doesn't, how it like either does the thing where is the tick almost done yet kind of deal. It's it's important to know because that extra tick is relevant when you have like so much ISK on field doing like the gas stuff, right? I don't want to lose the scoops randomly to some people, so I feel like 6 seconds versus 5 seconds is kind of relevant. It's like a grace period. You're just giving up. Definitely interesting stuff. I think Gone Link will be a good addition to the mechanical discussions. A lot of SIGs around here. Someone named Igor Boston local. That's huge. It's my friend. That is my friend and comrade right there. Let's do a nice big 8. See if we can chip off any Yada sites. I'm hoping to maybe find like an early cache or a ghost site or something, just goof around, then go back and scan out Tabby, but you never know. Last time it took me like 2 hours to find one of these sites. But you know what? Life is good. Might take me 12 hours. Maybe I'll just stream all day and do nothing. It's not like anybody's watching either, you know? So it says 71 people are watching this stream right now? What the fuck? I usually don't look at it. I usually like have it hidden, like it like blocks it out so I don't see it. Because what happens is like if you watch your view count, it's really funny. Like you'll say something stupid or like, and like people will leave and you'll be like, oh fuck, my bad. You don't want that. That's bad. That's bad psychology. You just got to keep going. It's like broadcasters who don't read the comments live, except I'm too cool for that. I need to read the comments live. You were spamming the jump hotkey just out of the Omni. I didn't know you can like get my game to do. I have to declick the thing I want to dock at jump through. Sorry? Why was I spamming the jump? Hey, what up, Pagel? Zephyr, good to see you. I'm so sorry. I don't know if I understand what you're asking. I feel like I could guess, but I don't want to misread you. So declicking is actually like an incredibly intricate mechanic in this game that we don't talk about enough. It does a bunch of different things, but it's a little tricky to use. If you know how to declick and are comfortable with it, it is the best way to manipulate, especially multi-boxing because of the queuing functionality. But if you're talking about me just like spamming this, I can't remember what I did. That's why I wasn't paying attention. That's why I don't know what you're referring to. I'm sorry. Scumbag stoner stream. Guy can't even keep it straight for 5 minutes. It's unbelievable. Where's Brother Grimoire when you need him? We need somebody who can hold it together. If I have a gate selected, I can't just keep press D to tell the game I want to jump through. Really? Why not? What happens when you push D on it? I mean, I can probably tell you what's going on here, but I just have to hold down D, click on the object in my overview. Oh, are you talking about clicking on the brackets in space? You're talking about how I'll do this to go through it, yeah? So you'll try to declick it and it won't work like this. You have to do it over here. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you mean, bro? I'm trying to read your brainwaves, but my hairline's just getting in the way. It's like bouncing the thoughts off of the fucking concave skull. Ugh. I should, next time I do this, I should probably count the SIGs I scan. Maybe put a map and let it track and count the SIGs I scan. That way we can have like a SIG count and see how many SIGs it takes me to get it. I thought that's why you had the antenna. True. It's almost more of, I don't know what you call that. What is this now? I mean, like in antenna terms. Extend the antenna real quick. Dude, I can't just get a boner on stream. What up, Mahoninator? Matt's there. What's poppin'? Erect man button. You all need to stop with that. It's disgusting. There's children afoot. The beacon. All right. I like it. Amazing. Just showed up when talking about it. See? This is what happens when you guys get weird in chat. People show up and they're like, is this what this stream's all about? No, we're about good vibes. Power Ranger, fandom, fandomery, and supporting furries emotionally. That's all we do here. But you guys are making it weird. Pookie, what's going on? Weird Ball feeling it. He's feeling it. It's like Weird Ball. You could go Dread Rat right now if you want. It's a lot of effort though, bro. It's a lot of effort, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm feeling all that. Let me check. I do have black glass, right? Scared me. Tired as hell. I feel like I didn't sleep last night. What's crazy, I've been suffering now for like almost 2 weeks because my house is all fucked up. But today is the day the shit got fixed. So today I'm feeling good and you're feeling bad. I think I just stole your good energy, bro. Ingenic, 35 streams in a row. Whew. He's about to join the corp too, but sadly, still doesn't have roles removed. Get doxxed, son. Everybody in my corp gets doxxed for free. Thief. You can have it back. It's all right. I just needed it for like 10 minutes so I can get my sanity back. I was like telling my stream, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Things were not fine in the Chloroquine household. 2-3 hours left on a timer. So 2 days ago, people in my corp, I was talking about this earlier. These guys found 2 vital core reservoirs in a wormhole adjacent to Tabby. By the way, you should warp to the outgate before you finish your last 2 scans. It's just like common sense. I'm just chilling. I'm just trying to give you a tip if you want to go faster. We're wasting 14, 15 seconds sometimes on these. Right, I'm gonna shoot the Loki. Oh, he left. No balls, bro. I'm gonna tell him the 1v1 meme. Yeah, so Zephyr, I'm not so sure what you're talking about, but if you're talking about why you can't go through here with D-click, you should be able to. If you're talking about why you can't select it with that and then D-click, that's not going to work. Yeah, D-click is... I'm going to make a video this year about D-click. Sorry. Spoiler. It's already on the schedule of shit I want to do. By the way, this month I changed my video from the massive wormhole mechanic video to polarity, so I'm trying to cut myself a break. I'm probably going to do that in like 2 months from now. It's so much work. The animations to show how wormholes actually work on a grand scale are pretty intimidating to do for me. Energy thief! I feel like I give off good energy some streams. Some streams, bad vibes, for sure. I guess that's, you know, how a lot of human beings are, though. You know, good and bad moods, but I aspire to come here and mostly give good energy. Nomad Tail 16 was top tier content. Lumiere, thank you. Thank you so much. Security is my favorite. Yeah. Security would always go first. But when I started doing it, I'm like, oh, this is so cool that the PvP is all up front, you know? It's really exciting, you know? It all just hits you at once. You can see the progression. Thanks for watching. Thank you for really kind words, Lumiere. Very, very cool of you to come in here, share some love. The Tholos one was cool, yeah. I'm gonna have to probably get a Tholos at some point. No choice in the matter. No choice. Bright as a motherfucker. I'm gonna get like awnings for these windows, I think. Put them outside, attach them to the outside so that the sun can hit. Like, Venetian blinds don't work, letting the light through doesn't work. It's just like, you're either attacked by light or you're not. There's no way out. It's a hell of a drug. There's a metamorphosis here. There's a metamorphosis afoot. Man, all right, maybe I am gonna get blocked out here. Let me make a break for Iridia here. I'm like in Corazor. I can easily get to Iridia, right? Let's stop fucking around in Corazor and get to Iridia. You know, last time we did the North Pocket here and it didn't work out. I think this time maybe it will work out. I'm just an optimistic boyo. There we go. There's our route. Hallelujah. So let's just do a little scan, and I don't think we're gonna find anything here with this metamorphosis running around. What up, Hilo? I love how that map. Yeah, the 2D one. Yeah, they added that. It is quite great. I pray to Bob in the heavens above that they come back and they iterate on it and just fix a few things. Yeah, the load speed is untenable. And people were like, oh, I have a fast computer, it loads fine. Fair enough. That's awesome, but the design is still not acceptable. Or the algorithm they're using to propagate the map is still not acceptable. It needs to be cached, period. Is this son of a bitch in there? Yo, I bet you this dude's in here doing a site right now in front of my nose. Like some type of vampire. I'll be so mad. Oh, yeah, I'm pit. No, it's an Aegis there, man. I should go and bump him. When I saw the name of the pilot, I knew it would not go easy. Oh, you know him? Oh, yeah, he's so impressive what he did, too, because you got to understand something. Oh, shit, he's actually in there. You got to understand something, like, that guy had multiple things happening at once. I doubt he actually felt like he was in danger, though, because he realized he killed the web, but still fascinating. Oh, okay. I keep seeing these 4s, I'm like, When I press F12, it opens the full screen version. So if you push whatever your map is, there's a toggle here. It's hidden because my fat head. Hold on. Right here. In the very bottom corner, there's a map 2D toggle switch. See? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Ow. We'll just reconfigure the scan here. Take 2 more scans to see what it is. Man, I think I'll probably just jump forward a few systems rather than dick around, because whenever you see another explorer in Lowsec, you probably want to get some distance. It's not really worth fighting over scraps. You know, this guy's out here doing relic sites in Lowsec, data sites in Lowsec, which is reassuring. He's probably not going to cover much ground. But we still got to get some distance. I'm going to make a break for Iridia. I think that's the play. Let's just go on a fucking adventure, right? I'm doing like haystacking. You know, it's sometimes we won't even find the blue chip doing this, but it's fun. We get to go hang out with Losich and Shalupin and Good Fight Company and the other homies out there. It's getting late out there for them, but you know what? They'll still bang. These fools will put things in the sites too. They won't just chase you around. They'll set up traps. It's dynamic. You gotta know who you're dealing with. Add some what's the phrase? Add some challenge, some intrigue to the gameplay loops when the adversaries are real people. Because they get crafty. These fools will whip out smart bombs randomly during your normal exploration routes. Like, they're good. I love Losich, Shalup, and Iridia guys. I think they're great. They also can dunk Titans if you try to move them through there and fuck up. They have all the tools. That's a lot of SIGs. I guess we'll scan SIGs in systems where there's nobody else. Seems logical. Oh, goodness. Zephyr, if you can't figure out how to do the map, let me know. I'll walk you through it again. I'm not trying to be too quick. Yeah, I got fried chicken from a gas station, although it's actually like really good, so I'm not even sitting here complaining. It was a Bad guess there. Just post a screenshot in Discord. Let me see. That's my, wait, hold on. Oh, you're looking at the old map? So go to your options and go to gameplay and then disable use classic star map. And also make sure your keybind in window, make sure that this is, yeah, no, that should be fine. Yeah, you're using the classic star map. Yeah, that explains your issues. Yeah, you're using the old school shit. That shit Bjorn B still uses. Stream doesn't end until you hit a high grade Omega. Well, I have to go into J-Space for that. That would be nuts. That would be actually ridiculous. I've got a bunch of them over the years. I think 3 now. And then I bought one for myself, which is fascinating to think about. It's a cool item. It adds some mystique to J-Space. Like, are you a J-Space explorer if you've not gotten a high grade ascendancy? Yes, of course, but it's something to work towards. You've been struggling with the map? Yeah. Let me know if you find the new one. Kind of funny. Some of these run holes are tricking me because of how bad Jack's skills are. I'm like, ooh. 4? I haven't seen that map in forever. Yeah, this bad boy. Y'all remember this? This is the OG one. He's like, guys, why is my map from 2006? I still love the classic. The classic map. Well, you could like it, of course. But the idea is, you know, if you don't know about the new one, that seems to be a problem. You need to at least know it exists. Scotty says, wow, I hate it. That's amazing. I think I'll just skip this one. We'll go to the gayest system in the game. Tanit, what up? Wingy, how you doing? Still thinking about why we use Mercator map. I'm not a ship in the ocean. Yeah, Mercator's maps make America, Canada, and Russia seem huge. That's why we use it. We like being huge. makes Africa look small. That's why people like them. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing. But if you look at a map that's not stretched, Africa's fucking huge, bro. Like, she's a big girl. She's a big one. Such a silly sentence, dude. Africa's a big girl. Old map was bad even when you were used to it. Yeah, 7. There you go. But it's a part of it. That's what you got used to? Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, there's no like easy way to look at a sphere for our 2D mapping brains, you know? You could argue the maps we're used to, the one you see on Google Maps, the Merc one. Why can't I fucking think of the word? Someone just typed it. Mercatorial one. Whatever the fucking word. I can't think of the fucking word. Whatever that is. That is like how my brain is just sees the world as well, even though I know it's stretched out. What's the word? Hold on. Someone just typed it. Mercator map. Okay. There you go. There's a Thera hole in here. Fascinating. There's a Thera hole in Gayer. Worst part about removing the in-game browser was having to alt tab all that for Dotlan. Not onboarding Dotlan was a mistake. It really was. Here we are, like 1,000 years later, and now we're using a 2D copy of Dotlan. Like some of these are the same arrangement. It's really funny. Also, my inertial sensitivity is so low, scrolling the map takes forever. But I like it like that for the camera. The map takes forever to scroll for me. Kind of wild. But yeah, basically my complaint with the map is this. When you zoom in, it propagates all the data at some level. There you go. That is really unoptimized. And it does it every time, which means it doesn't cache it, which is crazy. So like that needs to be fixed. There's just no question. I'd also like to see more customizing with the filters. Multiple filters at once, deltas, right? We've talked about it ad nauseum. What up, Dwayne? Oh yeah, now I'm gonna get stizzawked, yeah. Google Map is better than Apple Map. I'll map your Apple. What up, Nil say? Mercator projection map. Is that what the phrase I'm thinking of? I feel so stupid not knowing the term. But I guess I am stupid, so. Should hit it behind a nice animation. I mean, the data just needs to be fetched when you select the filter and it needs to be cached. I don't know what it is now, but like when you zoom in past a certain point, there's like something that turns on and then it's like loads everything. It's like, what? How could you be fetching this data at this time? It's very odd. And I know it seems very nitpicky, but it is a very strange thing to me. It really makes it not fun to use. Don't trust CCP to do cache invalidation. I would trust CCP with the lives of everyone I've ever known. I am devoted unequivocally. I would jettison my first and second born if Hilmar snapped his fingers. The lives of all your clones, you mean? Well, speaking about clones, clone bays are a fucking lie. If you can respawn in a system, it means you could put a clone there. Alright? Clone bays make no sense. You know what I mean? Probably some legacy code surrounding POS causing the lag, yeah. Somehow this new 2D map is getting laggy because of star bases. That's probably what it is. You know, it would really be like it would be the ultimate guilty pleasure of mine to see the source code and to see what POS code actually is. Like how it actually is tied into like the game's, I'm assuming, base data structure system somehow. Like something insane, like all things are star bases or something like that. I'm not even kidding. Like something's like that. I'm not even joking. I would love to see it. It would be like the ultimate guilty pleasure for me in Eve. Nothing would come close. Even getting in Jove space wouldn't even come close. Everything's coded as a minion. Like whenever you hear about like spaghetti code like that, you're basically talking about a coder that did something that wasn't future proof, basically. Like that's one way to look at it. I know it's way more than that, but we're basically dealing with starbases being somehow in the code, like fundamental to way more than just the little things by moons. That's kind of the speculation. We don't know if that's true, but if there's no clone bay, your other clone's just sitting in the pod. Without a clone bay, maybe there's no replacement pod. But when you respawn, where's that pod coming from if there's no clone bay there? But it's your home station. Did I misunderstand? Maybe you addressed that and I didn't understand your point. Like if there's no clone bay, you can't create new clones there and just jump to those. You can't synthesize clones. But when you respawn, where is that coming from? They clearly have the facilities to make clones everywhere, in every station, because you can respawn at any station. So what the hell is going on? This is a clone conspiracy. I don't know about respawn. Yeah. The respawn is what P9 pointed out. I'm like, oh shit, that is the logical extension we needed to get mad. An early code fart. Well, yeah, I mean, who could have thought Eve would be around 20 years later as an early dev in this game? Pfft, no way. Let's make all objects in space a star. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of like the funny way to look at it, but it could be something that ridiculous for all we know. Comes from Walmart. Okay. Oh, okay. So they just have like pods laying around. Yeah, but if they have pods sitting in Walmart at each station, then why can't I put a jump clone there? See, it's not, Pavel, it's not adding up, dude. It's not adding up, man. None of this is making sense to me, but then again, I'm notoriously fucking dumb. Oh, delivered by Amazon? Okay. Logistic provided by Palantir? We're doing the corporate Voltron right now. Pod from Walmart, delivery by Amazon, intelligence by Palantir. Madster almost got me to read it and bait me. Hilarious. Good try, sucker. Starbases used to feel so tight in construction reactions even saw. Yeah. Well, the joke is that, like, if they remove them, there would be consequences. Otherwise, it'd be gone. Because I can tell you unequivocally, before Citadels came out, all the rhetoric from CCP was that they were intending to remove them. Here we are, 11 years later, past Citadels, and they're still in the game, going strong. So something, it's not a lot, it wouldn't, we know they could, but it would be too much work to do it. So that is the contradiction, or it's not even a contradiction, it's just an observation where we would love to know what it is that's making it not worth the labor to fix it. It's got to be something crazy, right? And embarrassing, but also charming and adorable from if you have a, you know, open mind about this stuff. A lot of agents in system. That's a lot of agents. Pretty fascinating. Let's scan. I don't know if he's going to interrupt us. On a positive note, I'm very close to 1/5 of grabbing the guitar and playing music. Oh, I was thinking about turning off channel points today. Oh, good thing I didn't do that. That would have made you very sad. You have 200,000 channel points? Well, I actually blew a string on the guitar. I got to get a new set of strings. I don't have any more. So you got to wait for that. Pago's not fucking around. He's like, I've been farming channel points. So the first person to get 1 million channel points and show me, I'll put a reward for 1 million. You redeem it, I will turn off channel points forever and play you a song on the guitar. Think the old Starbases still cover some use cases like you were using them? Yeah. I reject stacking channel points. Yeah, Dwayne blows them. No RimWorld, no point in channel points. You feel me? You'll disappear me like the other disappeared stack? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. Just keep sniffing every time I lie. I don't understand what you're talking about with these coupons. A bunch of people out here haven't quite hit Iridia yet. I think I'm actually going to skip ahead to Iridia because the truth is that I'm afraid of conflict. I'm a little scared, Wussy Care Bear, giving you that Care Bear stare. But you know, the truth is within us. I can't say the words. The truth is within us. In fairness, if they wanted to cover the Nomad use cases, they probably create a new Upwell structure for it. They did. The Odysseus. It's got a very quick anchor time of no seconds. Yeah, no. Fun fact, there's actually structures in the game. Truly. Can't remember what they are. This is the shout out to Gurubu, of all people. There's actually structures they never added but are in the game. They've just never been unlocked that are between mobile depots and Astra houses. It's a real thing. Like, it's in the game. You can search it and look at it. I can't remember the name of it. I have to go search logs that I'm not interested in searching. It's something like an outpost, but obviously not an outpost. That's another thing all entirely. But the name is similar to an outpost. But it's basically an anchorable structure with some facilities that you don't dock at, but it's like anchored. So they actually they've had this for a long time. Whatever it is, I can't remember the name of it. But the idea is, for some reason, they never turned it on. I don't know why. Ooh, someone's mapping right now. Uh-oh. I think Ark's mapping. Dude, I'm watching the map on my other monitor just like get filled out. That's my boy. What's a mercenary den? I think it's something that pirates stick in other people's areas to like create conflict and do something or other. I actually don't know the specifics. Somebody is familiar with it. You can avoid me having to look it up. Don't you like anchor it down near somebody else's area? I'd say we're probably about 40 segs in, maybe. We're really not that far in yet. Once we get to Iridia, it'll probably be a little bit more quiet. More clusters of segs. Oh, you link it to a skyhook. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's almost like a barnacle on a skyhook, like a siphon, but different. I think it spawns like rats or something. Thank you for that. Yeah, goobers. The guitar isn't real, y'all. It's a green screen. Called out. Yeah, the problem is putting it as decoration if you're not willing to play it in front of people is a little tacky, but you know, I guess I just full sent it. For all you guys know, I could actually not have any idea how to play guitar and be lying this whole time. It's true. You have no proof that I know how to play it. I guess it would be weird, like, for someone that doesn't know how to play it, to have the capo on it and to have strings be busted and stuff, but, you know, I could be really committed. I could, like, look up how to convince somebody you play the guitar and, like, put the capo on the 5th fret. Oh, yeah. The snow is finally melting in my area. I'm so happy. It's no longer just disgusting, nasty slush everywhere that's sliding. It's amazing. About to jump in a van. This is a system with some interesting stuff going on. So an hour ago, Demonoras was active here. Probably not active now, but Demonoras is active during all points during the game. We're gonna possibly see him. We'll have a chance to misplay here. You could have fooled me with capo. I still have one piece of fried chicken. I literally bought fried chicken with honey mustard. I'm just doing the 4chan thing for real. I was telling my Discord. There he is, Demonoras. Is he camping? He's not camping though. So this is the guy that literally ultralocks right here in this system. He does it sometimes and it carries with carrier support and stuff. It's actually fascinating. He's a very talented player. Setting up ultralocks is no joke. It's also easily disruptible. And to do it in like a remote area like the tip of Iridia is pretty ridiculous. This guy's got quite a reputation. You can just fact check this, go to the Zico and look at the kills here. It's just strictly him, and he's killing everything that makes a mistake. Kind of cool. Catching interceptors and stuff. It's like, yeah, that's an ultralocker. He's also very good at decloaking too. He's a manual decloaker, right? I think he uses the Malediction or one of those ships, Stiletto or something, on top of his carries. So this is somebody that is going to kill your DST every time by himself. Pretty impressive. Gotta say. Gotta say. But I always wonder if people like that, like, doesn't it get boring to just do nothing but this? Maybe he has other bases elsewhere. I always just wonder if people like this crave variety. But in truth, they probably instead enjoy the stability and the comfortableness of it and the, you know, familiarity. Probably just another way of playing. Like, you know, EF in Abazin, all he does, we can see, is just sit there and frag everybody in Abazin. I'm sure that's extremely fun to do, but doesn't it get boring after a while? I don't know. It doesn't for them, that's for sure. Seems like it might for me, though. I'll go on Ambush Hunt or Icefish with my PvP characters for like a week or two and get bored of it. Then again, my PvP is pretty, you know, lowbrow. No hits so far. Kind of expected. I'd say if you go into Lowsec trying to find ghost sites and sleeper caches with the expectation of finding one, you're probably going to have a bad time. But rest assured, those are not my expectations. Those are my demands, but not expectations. Couple more scans here. Getting some nice slow practice in here with a character that is about halfway along the development path. Probably about a third, maybe. Sitting on 4s across the board. Maybe a third of the way in. I'm not even sure. Never really thought about it. But this character is probably not going to get max scanning skills for a while. Especially because I have a dedicated scanner now for Tabby. She's going to get virtues. And, max skills, right? I have 2 different setups. A 5-account setup Jolly Ranchers in high-class J-Space, farming gas, creating ships, selling ships, hauling things, right? PvPing a little bit. And then that's totally on my own. Then I also have ChloroKitties, which is 3 accounts. And so now I'm currently shaping these 3 accounts to like kind of independently be able to manage the corp. Part of the identity is going to be Black Ops when we kind of settle back in and, you know, get stock of everything. But it's also exploration. So that's kind of what I'm learning about right now through Tabby. Colon Transit. Let's check out this guy, Z-Kill, yeah. This is associated with Demonores. Fascinating. So we might skip this system. Did you leave the pros in Azadi or did I miss you recalling them? This is so funny. This is the second time somebody's actually asked me that. And absolutely no disrespect intended, but, you know, they changed it a while ago to automatically pull probes when you leave system. So when you change system, it automatically pulls them back for you, like a long time ago. So it's funny that people are like coming back to the game and like worried about my probes. Like, no, it's easy mode now. Don't worry. The only way you can lose them is if you disconnect, and then you can just come back and reconnect to them and pull them back if you'd like. Yeah, it's definitely quite nice. It saves you a few clicks and it really prevents you from having to double back. Yeah, it's really funny though. I got asked that like a week ago and I was laughing because I was like, wait, people don't know this? I got to tell everybody. And here you are again. I'm happy to help for real. Yeah, don't worry about your probes. Also, if you haven't tested it, when your probes run out of time, the probes will automatically return. Docking automatically return. Amir Kenneth says if you don't have space, they won't come back. That is a good caveat. Thank you. Yes, you would need space for the probes to come, otherwise you'll lose them. Don't fuck up your anime probes. When I see them in the wild, somebody disconnected. Yeah, if there's nobody there, it means they either logged out, died, or disconnected intentionally. Which I don't even know if you can still do. Yeah, I think I mean like from the probes. I think it means they had to close the client, basically. Yeah. I was today years old. Hell yeah. We're all learning shit today, folks. Good to see y'all. Mir Kennis, Arc Swift, Monkey Camper, Pagel. Good to see everybody. I don't know if Pagel slipped in here. I didn't say hi properly. Hi, Pagel. Good to see you, sir. The one, the only. It is an absolute pleasure to hang out with y'all, as always. The Eve community continues to bring out the best in me, despite being a crotchety old man who yells at everybody. Pagel was the first shadow today? No, he wasn't. Oh, you fucking son of a bitch. Did it again. Boom, he got me again. I noticed that they pull the probes automatically after span and reconnects to lost probes. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Let's see, kill this feller. Nice little Aegis there. Nice bunch of SIGs here to do. You guys in a Manticore, which is a very high-risk ship for me, but he's passing through, thankfully. Manticore is about the most dangerous ship you could possibly see as an Astera, trying to do sights. There's really nothing that comes close to it in Lowsec. So we'll keep an eye on that feller. Monkey Camper says, no matter what I did, I couldn't pick them up. Yeah, you can't actually scoop someone else's. Yeah, you should be able to scoop other people's probes. Seriously. Like, what the you know? Disconnected probes should be scannable and scoopable. Change my mind. Bromaz. Out here probing it up. Anybody want some fried chicken? I have like half a piece left. I could probably give everybody in chat like a nibble. Wait, how many people were here? Nah, nobody gets a nibble. 2 people get a nibble. If 85 people got a nibble, nobody would have a satisfying nibble. So I'll just give it to Pagel and Dwayne so that the same guy can get the nibble. Whoa, bad scan, bad scan. Wee woo, wee woo. I still manually recover active probes before leaving a system. Can't break the habit. Yeah, no, I don't do that shit. Hell no. Oh no, I must have did a fat, stinky, huge scan and just like not paid attention. We're gonna back this one way up, like we're at a strip club and we got something to show. See, Dwayne, he still loves us. It's true. You guys are like a you know, like a Siamese twin kind of thing, you know? One body, 2 different minds. Both deserve respect as humans, right? How's that? 2 guys, 1 nibble. Fucking neckbeards, the lot of you. Not me though. I shave my neck every couple days, or no, actually not very frequently. Do I have a neck beard right now? Oh, a little bit actually. Shit. I'm in a house made of extremely brittle glass, just chucking around shot put balls. I want to say I did shot put as like an activity in gym in like 4th grade. And I gotta say, the dumbest possible sport. Shot put. Any shot put stands out there? Anybody loves shot put? Because for me, I don't want to break your heart, but that shit was unbelievably dumb. They're like, oh, this kid's big for his size. Let's make him throw the heavy ball that way. It's like, really? And the ironic part is, like, I played baseball too, and I wasn't very good at actually throwing the ball. Like, I was not a very accurate thrower, honestly. But apparently size is all that matters for shot put. No accuracy required. It's like, do you suck at everything, but are you a big ox? You're going to love shot put. That's what they did to me in the 4th grade. In the 4th grade, they just relegated me to oxery. Just kidding. I remember, like, in grade school, I was so, like, so inflexible. I remember this. I couldn't do, like, the V thing to, like, touch your toes. I still can't even touch my toes. It's like, I don't know how people are just that flexible naturally. It's insanity. Does that auto probe work in does that auto probe recall thing work in wormholes? Yep. Basically, when you change systems, it's kind of nuts. Is that it? Oh wow. Joe Laws, what up? Takes a lot of stretching. I feel like I'm tall and inflexible, and if I even get close to trying to touch my toes, it feels like I'm about to die. So I guess maybe I'm not ruling out that I could touch it if I stretched, but I can tell you it sounds very unpleasant to me. Right now I'm a miserable fat fuck, so I gotta, check my calories for like a couple hours or for a couple months before I worry about stretching, but I'll get there. Slowly get my head screwed back on here. Having no plumbing will absolutely wreck your mental health. Spoiler alert. Back in Zurich, I'm pleased to report. Fuck yeah. Y'all know Joe Lost? He's we call him a bit of a traveler around here. I fly around in Eve. He flies around in real life. 2 peas in a pod. Except he's way cooler. I think my man bun is more handsome though, personally. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. I'm feeling good. I got water running through my house, which means I can take a shower. I can... He said, I'm a lot more handsome? No, just my man bun. Just the man bun. Not me. You guys ever see Shrek? You ever see that movie Shrek? It's not many people know about it, but there's this movie called Shrek about like a green guy. He looks a little bit like me. People tell me I look like the guy from Stranger Things, but I think I look a little bit like Shrek. Where's the chloroquine camera? Ah, good point. Good question. I don't know. I don't know where it went. I don't know what's going on. I could probably turn it on. Yeah, let me try that. I'm glad your travels were safe, my friend. Now that you're back, just got to worry about my partner getting back from Florida in a couple of weeks. Little domestic flight there, nothing crazy. Up and down the eastern seaboard. Was that like 2 hours and some? Easy flight. Nothing worth worrying about. Although I'll have you guys know I'm a professional worrier. That's all I do. They try to get me pills to make me worry less, and I'm like, damn, what if I don't take the pill? Fuck. One hour? Not bad, not bad. You worry about if they actually were. There's the camera. We found it. Sometimes I like to go incognitus because I'm a little shy. I am. Very few people have seen my legs. They don't necessarily know I have legs, you know? Look at that. Perfect form. Perfect. That's the stuff you see on my OnlyFans. You don't see that here though. I'm a shy boy, you know? There's nothing wrong with that. I just stream publicly and air my thoughts almost daily, so that means I'm shy. That's one leg, mystery room. Scotty's like, well, now that we've seen your leg, it'd be cool if you just stop showing us body parts now. No hits here, no hits here. We're going to take a tour around Iridia real quick, and just like we did the other day, we're going to check out all these sites around here, see if one spawned they didn't get to yet. Be cool if we can find one, it'd be fun. They could interrupt us if it's a cache. It doesn't matter, we're just going to scan around and explore. If you find something, you're almost guaranteed 200 million-isk. You know, if it's a standard cache or limited, okay, a little bit less. But if you find Superior or a ghost site out here, it's pretty much 200 million-isk in your pocket. So for a new bro, it can be fun to just wander around and get lost and then occasionally hit some good money. For me, it's almost just an issue of, I just enjoy it. So imagine playing this game and doing things you enjoy. It just doesn't make any sense. I'm going to stop speaking blasphemy, right? I'm going to focus on ISK per hour and grinding and shit. One leg was enough. Yeah, my pasty ass, this is the pasty ass skin you can see. Imagine the bits and bobs beneath the shirt. Man, it's like a fucking shining light. I'm gonna get a tan this summer. I'm gonna go lay in the yard, buck naked, and just get a clean tan, right? I'm gonna be all leathery and sexy during the summer. South Bay says, good afternoon, hope all is well. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Guys, put the cocaine away. Put the blackjack chips away. Put it all away. South Bay is here. Jesus. We were just about to go buck wild. Getting a tan involves touching grass or sand. True. Yeah, and that's definitely not a risk I'm willing to take, obviously. It's a good point. New stream title, Chloroquine makes 10 billion per hour in high-sec X-Flow. Also giveaways. Chloroquine giveaways, makes giveaways, 10 giveaways, billion giveaways per giveaways hour. Giveaways. But I think about this a lot. Like, is the whole giveaway bullshit and the whole, like, EVE partnership, like, is it really, like, is it, you know, I guess it's not hurting anybody. I guess it's just annoying for new bros that, like, think it's all legit to, like, get in some of those giveaways that are clearly, like, being rigged somehow. I guess it's mostly harmless, though. Like, does it really matter if, like, streamers get, like, taken advantage of by, like, botters? I guess it's really just unfair for the viewers. Cyrus Mabata. I've seen this feller before. I'm just gonna do a quick scan. If anything of notes in here, we'll take a look for him. Could be in here. Let's see if he's over there. We're gonna check this upwell structure and see if he's inside of it. Think the giveaways are good for new players? Yeah, I agree, right? But I feel like it's being bought. Well, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm kind of talking about some dumb shit, but I'm just wondering if it's actually a big deal or not, if people are doing stupid giveaways all the time. It seems cringe, but as someone who's done mad giveaways, I guess it's not a huge deal. So he's not in this citadel, which kind of leads me to believe that it's possible Dude Man is sitting around in space, yeah? So let's move on. Oh, he's in a buzzard. Oh, look. Yo, he's in a buzzard. No shot, and he just left. Clean. Alright, cool. Let's keep scanning. One thing Wormhole Space will make you appreciate a lot more is, like, in the moment body language and, like, reading clues to figure out intent and stuff like that. Body language is maybe the wrong term, but it does get the point across pretty quickly as to what we're getting at. It's like what people are doing is more than just verbal cues. I've been in a lot of giveaways from streamers and I've yet to win. Aw. That's so sad. Alright, I'll rig a giveaway for you, don't worry. Think they're all fake until I win. I've had random people that, like, entered the stream for the first time win crazy prizes. It's like, you know, I guess at the start it felt like people were taking advantage of me, but now it's like, I feel like most of the stuff I give away goes to cool people, and that's all I could ask for, right? Are people scummy? Yes. Is it the biggest deal? I don't know. I don't know. There'll be more of it. As long as you don't start screaming and yelling with flashing lights in the background while doing the giveaways, it's all good. Bing bong. All right, sorry. That's my version of flashing lights. Freaking opera. Nah, but the point I'm trying to make is like, I think it's probably harmless that some people take advantage of it. I feel like most of it goes to new bros, you know. Steve Haven was giving everybody's channel 60 to 30, 60 million yesterday. It was nuts. The only giveaways I win are, wait, who decides, wait, what's the criteria for? This son of a bitch is gonna scan in front of me. I'm so pissed. What's the criteria for who gets 30 and who gets 60? The only giveaways I win are the ones run through Discords. Yeah, fascinating. If it's a marble, I hate marbles. I feel like marbles is, it's, I know it's fun to watch. I'm not telling you there's anything wrong with enjoying it. I just think it's lazy. I don't know. It's lazy. I'm not tripping. It's free stuff. Can't complain about not getting free stuff. Yeah. I guess just to really all back in, I'm commenting more on the idea that we know some people make multiple accounts to try to cheese giveaways, but I'm wondering, like, does it actually matter at the end of the day? I don't think it's a big deal, but that's obviously, that opinion is going to change. You used your Pictionary again? That was fun. Yeah, no doubt. I haven't done that in a minute. We should do that again. I don't know how many SIGs we're at now. I'm just guessing. Maybe 60. I don't know. Just total guess. Usually you probably get to like 100 or so in your head before you start getting impatient, I think. We're probably going to have to get out of Iridia. There's actually somebody scanning near us, which is obnoxious. A couple different ways we could proceed here. We could actually vacate the premises. I think I'm just going to finish scanning because I'm not in a rush and I'm chilling. Chat's just having a good time anyway. But if you wanted to kind of cut to the chase, I think you'd leave this constellation and go to another one in Iridia right now. You saw the buzzard. You know, do you really want to compete with that guy? Even if you get a cash, you could bring muscle in. You know? There's a second buzzard. Yeah, we're going to immediately change our route. 2 buzzards on the foot. No point. His name's Rep, please. That's awesome. Let's go to North Iridia instead, yeah. We'll kind of do a little route through here and see if we can get lucky. And what we'll do is if we hit Hope Fib and we don't get anything, what we'll do is we will return Needlejack. Still got a supply of Fados. I think I got like 400 or so left. Truthfully, I just like giving them to Patrick these days. Watching Chlorokin is winning a giveaway. Aw, that's sweet of you. Zebijin says I won 1 billion S from Laura, but that was like a one some change. 1 large skill extender, yeah. Or skill injector. Yeah, Laura gives away a lot of shit, right? He's got the machine running. First with their hand up. I believe Laura says he uses the verification of a Twitch account linked to Discord, and that's what stops a lot of bots. I love the huge mouse so much. I don't need it, but it's so funny. Yeah, that's a smart idea. Yeah, I like that. I'm not gonna lie, my giveaways are so random, and some are big, some are small, that botting my giveaways is a pain in the ass. A lot of my giveaways are Pictionary or guessing games that are unbottable, right? So I think most of the guys have given up doing me, but they'll sometimes pile in if I give enough warning. I honestly don't mind it so much. I feel like 90% of the things I give away go to players, real players that are not cheesing. But if I'm wrong and they're all going to 1 or 2 guys, so be it. You got me fooled, and you know what? Everybody's still having fun. I do think about how easy it would be to rig these things and have 0 accountability, though. For me, it's the kind of thing where, you know, besides the ethical concern of doing it, it's like, it's almost small fry to do that, like in the grand scheme of things. Like, imagine your viewers find out you did that. Like, now you can't do anything that you like doing, right? Just for a couple of dollars to steal from the people that like you. Just doesn't make sense to me. But it would be tremendously easy to rig any type of giveaway through Twitch or Discord. Like, almost trivial. So, like, I almost wonder, like, is everybody that scrupulous? Or are they hooking their buddies up with the... I don't know. I like to imagine that most people are doing it legit. Like, people talk about Laura. I positive he's giving away real stuff. It's all legit. There's no rigging. People probably try to take advantage of it, but he has measures, right? But for everybody else, right? Picture your like run-of-the-mill giveaway shitty streamer, right? You gotta wonder. Oops, we're doubling back. Your giveaways are perfect. They're not the main focus of your stream. Yeah, well I just want to, you know, now they're not. Historically, I've done a ton of giveaways. I've done a bunch of stuff like that. So it's in a good spot now, but I think I leaned into it too much in the past. I think that's safe to say. I would always try to gamify it and make it fun, but I did too much of it. And I think what happens is you kind of like the attention and you know you can give it away and it's all cool. And the other thing is that I'm uncomfortable with completely is when you start giving away a lot of stuff, people will start to give you stuff to give away. And it becomes totally untenable and accountable. And I don't like it when viewers start giving the streamer stuff. I don't like that. I never have. It seems like the relationship is backwards. But the reality is that's the status quo for a lot of these people. Like they're, you know, getting kind of water from both wells or whatever. I just made that up. It's kind of cool. Actually, let's skip this. We don't want to play with these people here. Lowe's kind of farming subs and gifted his giveaways, but hey, everybody, well, we don't, I mean, that's kind of what we're doing here. People sub to me and then I buy a bunch of thoraxes, right? It's the same deal. I don't think anybody cares about that. But it is an interesting topic, you know? There could be videos made on the giveaways in Eve and how, like, what that's all about and, like, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly. As long as you don't start screaming. Oh, sorry, I read that forever ago. I thought that was a new message. I'm like, I'm not going to scream, dude. I only scream when I'm killing fat fucking Lokis. Either way. Power to anybody that's doing the damn thing. I don't really care. Even people that are kind of cringe, like, power to you, like Rushlog, Zyth, whatever, my opinion. Like, even if you're doing it that way, like, okay. You know, it actually isn't hurting me. Do your thing. I'll stay out of your lane. Shouldn't be name dropping, but whatevs. So we're going to fly through Iridia right now and skip a bunch of systems and try to break away to the northwest and see if there's an empty spot. If not, no worries. We'll just admit defeat. It's not a big deal. We have filaments to get right back to Tabby. We don't even have to backtrack. What's up, Blaze? You can't really control people trying to rig it. Well, I mean, I'm talking about both angles. The viewers are always going to try to rig any contest. But I'm talking about the angle of the creator, just like giving it to a friend, you know? It would be incredibly hard to trace. I think about it whenever I do a giveaway, like, wow, I could have just lied. You know, it's always there, like not tempting, but just the obvious truth of it. So you wonder these guys that kind of make it part of their identity. You wonder, like, I wonder if that temptation is stronger in them. But either, I'm not accusing anybody of that. I'm just saying the psychology of it is fascinating. I won 7 bill from Crash Snaps once. Yeah, Crash does goofy things too. I think Crash is a good balance. I can't say I'm the biggest like Crash watching fan. I don't really watch him, but like I feel like he has a good balance of like shillery and tomfoolery, right? I feel like it's a good balance. But I could be wrong. Personally get bored by streams with constant giveaways, whether that's Eve or other guys. Yeah, I mean, how could you not? Unless you're a part of them. Right? We're in high sec right now. There's a little high sec pocket in the middle of Iridia here. It's pretty cool. Love watching Crash from time to time. Cool, yeah. I've learned to appreciate Crash's style a little bit, yeah. I personally think he has a good show for whatever it's worth. One of the better Eve streamers right now, in my opinion, skills wise. If we're doing a tier list, he's up there. I gotta admit, not to glaze him, but if we're gonna do a tier list for the streamers, you know, I gotta put myself like C tier. You know, I could put a bunch of other people above me. For example, I'd put Joe Lost above me. I don't know if Lerm gets his own category. I don't know, but he might. Let me just check these real fast in case these dudes left me a cache or something. Yeah, Crash has a bit of a Zoomer vibe with the shit popping up on stream. Joe says, what? Sorry, yeah, I love Lerm, but I think both of you guys are better streamers than me. You guys are on my top list, both of you. But I just have a big crush on Tales of Lumen. He's awesome. Have you guys ever seen Lerm stream? That dude he's charming. Listen, I'm a straight man, but you know, I'm attracted to him as a peer, as a friend. I am. I think not. I'm just an amateur. Listen, Joe. The reason I like you is because from all my interactions with you, you seem like you are a sincere person who cares about intent and is interested in things that are more relevant than they get credit for, right? Plus, you open up and share your experiences with me, and I love that from a chatter. Been by your stream multiple times, no brainer. Top 5 Eve streamers, no brainer. Top 3, top 2, it starts to get hard. Lerm is great. Love the role playing local. Yeah, it's such a innocent watch when Lerm streams. When Lerm was doing the front page of Twitch or whatever and had like 1,800 viewers, I was laughing so hard. I'm like, I was watching, I'm like, holy shit, my man is just like on the soapbox, killing it. 24-hour stream on Saturday? Hell yeah. I got a shower now that works. What up, Raw Dog? Joe says, want to do something together? I usually don't stream on weekends, but I would totally stream if you're going to do it. Yeah. Yo, why don't I pop on Saturday and shoot you a DM? Let me fix a little alarm real quick. I'll shoot you a DM, and if you're down, we'll do something. That'd be funny to pop on Joe's stream on Saturday. Joe, tell me cool things about life. Be my space dad, please. He's like, all right, well, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm lacking a father figure, okay? Just roll with me. Yeah, I'm gonna hit you up on Saturday. I want to stream with everybody, but my favorites, obviously, they get first dibs. I'm gonna go on Joe's stream and give him a long-winded lecture on wormhole mechanics that he didn't ask for. Stir Fry, what up? I see you on YouTube. Could be just chatting, could be Eve? Hell yeah. I'm definitely gonna hit you up. Thank you for the invite, dude. That's incredibly awesome. Rot Dog, how you doing? Y'all better check out Joe on Saturday. Apparently he's doing a 24-hour stream, which I gotta say, that's love. I think I streamed one time for like 11 hours, and I almost died. I almost died. For me, 1 hour of stream time is equivalent to the energy expenditure, like socially and mentally, of like 10 hours of normal time. Something about the way my brain works is extremely keyed up when I'm streaming. It's just firing like a mile a minute. Not getting very far, but it's firing a mile a minute. Hell yeah. Respect. Damn, look at all these purifiers. Damn, how many purifiers we got in this bitch? 6 purifiers, 3 Lokis, 4 hounds, or 3 Lanticoras, 1 Loki, 4 hounds. What is happening in here? I'm about to hit up local. What are y'all doing? What is this? Are you doing a bomber? I think they're doing a bomber right now. You just saw these guys? Oh, that's awesome. So they look like a gang squad, but the Loki is weird. Are they in Lowsec? Blopsing? Yeah, that's what they're doing. The Loki was the Sino. So if we check this system in Zico right now, what is it? Jetrinen J blah 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 blah. Let's see who they are. Did they just kill somebody? It's not posted yet. Oh, I thought they were chasing Loki. I figured he probably Sino'd them, man. Who are they? NC dot. This is all NC dot. Wow, NC dot. Oh no, it's frat. Is it NPSI? I see frat. I see NC dot. Well, unless they post the kill, we're not gonna be able to see it unless they share it. They're holding back on us, folks. Is someone suspect in high sec? Yeah, you can shoot him without Concord. Yeah, that actually happened. Spoiler alert from my latest video, Nomad Tail 16. Baby spoiler. I found somebody with double polarity and suspect and killed him running the wormhole. It was amazing. in high sec. It's like the worst thing. I intend to make a video this month. Originally it was going to be on wormhole mechanics as a whole and how they relate to the entire system and the code that propagates the wormholes themselves and forms the connections and my speculations and testings, but that's actually going to take a couple months. I'm not ready to do that one yet. That's going to probably be like my midterm project between Ant, actually. We'll do the bot one next year. But this month I'm just going to make a video on polarity, and I have a really interesting way to phrase it. I'm not even going to spoil it because it's too cool and I want to make you wait, but like there's ways to think about polarity that I've never really put on paper before. And like intuitively it's how I think about it, but I never thought about actually making a system to communicate it. And for example, I've done this before. The way I did bookmarks, like I measured like the relation to the structure of the system and how far they are from celestials and so on. I didn't popularize it. I published it, and then you know it was kind of like a thing that you could model after and make your own version of it. Sister Nebula, interesting. That's what is that? Vermilion. Jirajah Legion, what's going on? How are you? But I forget what I was talking about now. It's long gone. Long gone. I saw a venture mining a suspect was 10 minutes in my drones in him. Yeah, I mean, it's free to do. You'll just get a timer, right? Yeah, there's nothing stopping him from scramming you and, you know. I mean, it's sort of kind of safe to throw your drones on him, technically, but I wouldn't bother. Generally, if you see something that looks free in high sec, just avoid it. That's generally how I view high sec PvP. High sec has a bunch of very strange rules and mechanics, right? I'd say we scanned a lot now and haven't hit anything, which is fair. We're starting to slowly get to the point where we're allowed to complain a little bit, but not quite. I think we'd have to go a bit longer. Can prospects take a blops bridge? Yeah. Prospects can light Sinos for blops and come along. Anything with a co-ops can come along. But there are some restrictions for lighting Sinos, like in a Astero camp, for example. Soothing static, what up? What are they talking about? Shit. It's going on some long-winded rant, but I totally forgot what I was going about. All right. Probably 86 by now, if I had to guess. Might be making these numbers up, but it feels in the 60 to 80 range. We're now hitting Northwest Iridia, though. So this is kind of our last push. I don't know, is that like 15 systems? Something like that. If I don't find anything here, we'll probably just return and tail talk, then move on to something else. But at least this time we put forth a solid effort, and we're equipped to do anything we found, so no shame. Black Ops gas huffing fleet when Sino in huff get out. Genius. Genius. It is genius. I mean, you might as well send the Odysseus to store the gas. Problem is you can't port a porpoise, which would be the dream. You'd have to use like a Rourke for that. The dream is dead. Katz is here. What's up, buddy? Use your guy to sneak half of my first superior sleeper cache. Awesome. Yeah, I pretty much only do like, you know, the Sol Ray and the Sentry Room on my own. I don't really do the archives anymore. It's a lot of effort. What's up, Fish? Katz, thank you for sharing that. You're welcome, and hope you have an awesome week. Fish, what's going on? Rot Dog says, today's crazy. One newbie died in front of me on a caracal in a site. Okay. That is pretty crazy. Another guy tried baiting you. Fuck that guy. Tell him he's not allowed to bait my chatters. Tell him I'll fucking spin on him, dude. I'll go get the BB gun and spin on him. I'll do it. I will dent his car and get arrested for like 6 felonies. Jokes, jokes, jokes. Jokes, jokes, jokes. I think it'd be a pretty pathetic way to go out, vandalizing someone's property, if you have a vendetta against them, right? You probably just like want an actual fight. Alien, what's poppin'? How you doing? When people on YouTube spam the emojis, it's so fucking funny to me. It's so foreign, like, the feeling of it. When I was young at this, I used to do my thing hard. Robbing foreigners, take their jewels, their wallets, and rip their green card. That's like a fucked up bar, bro. They're just trying to make a living, and you're taking their green card? That's fucked up. Come on, Nas. Dick move, bro. Just imagine you're sitting there minding your own business, huffing, suddenly a sign in front of you. 20 prospects drop in and huff the cloud in one swoop. We call it volley huffing. Alpha huffing. Oh, goodness. Oh, Jesus. Let me get my chicken tendy with my honey mussy. Tastes like neckbeard. Actually, it's really good. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of cigs in here. Fish is on lunch break. Love it. I just had my lunch break there. My busy day at Eve work. You know me, just doing my Eve job at Eve work, putting in that Eve time. Just took my Eve lunch. Looking specifically for ghost sites and sleeper caches. That's why we've skipped like 80 damn signatures we've seen. We're only looking for data 3s, 4s, and 5. That's it. Anything else is skippable because we know for a fact that it can't be here. 2AU, 16%. Okay. What's a Sino? A Sino is a cynosural field generator. Well, it's the field itself. And what it is, it's a beacon that special ships can jump to instantly. So for a normal Sino, a Titan can jump to it. It can be this far away and just boop, jump right to it. What's so cool about the Sinos and the jump drives is it doesn't use stargates for distance. It uses light years, physical light years on the map, which is a distance, right? If you're not a freaking nerd. Let me reset this one. Will you try Ages Capital Size? Wait, will I try it? I've tried it in front of you. Remember we did one and I died? Oh, wait, did they change the visuals? Yeah, we can check out the visuals again. Probably not now. I don't really feel like doing it now. But we should spend a day and look at the Ages again and if they've changed the way it looks. Because my problem was the visual. No, I'm not going to try it now. No, I'm not brave enough. Sorry, Peter. Peter's like, all right, well, I'm just going to go refund my sub. But I'll put a pin in that. I'd like to know if they've made the visuals better or not. If they haven't, I don't want to do them. But Mr. McFlex, basically a Sino is a beacon that can be lit by one ship, and then other ships in its fleet can instantly blink to it from a set distance on the map. There's different types of Sinos. A normal one is for capital ships, like Titans, right? Carriers, dreadnoughts. There's also an industrial Sino, which is for jump freighters and Rorqual. There's also a third type of Sino called covert Sino, which is for Black Ops. So regular Sinos are visible on the overview from any distance, and you can warp directly to them. A covert Sino is not visible on the overview unless you're on grid. Kind of relevant, but they also last much shorter periods of time, so you can get on grid and off grid. But the main difference is who can use them and who can warp them to them, or who can jump to them, rather. Damn, I thought this was it. It's like, please, ghost me. Ghost me, Space Zaddy. All right, sorry. I still don't get the Zaddy. Like, what does the Z mean? Any gay Zoomers around can tell me what the Z and Zaddy is about? I need a more cultured chatter here to help me. I'd go on Urban Dictionary, but I'm afraid. There's a trick with them. If you can use a ship with MJD to omit the second room, the cannon is 100 km from the warping spot. That's pretty cool. Interesting. Thank you for sharing that, Peter. I'm gonna have to think about that because it's not hard to get like a booster or something in there, right? I believe one of the Pioneer upgraded boats has a Sino buff. Does it? Huh. News to me. We'll skip this one. Only a few systems left, actually. Well, actually, never mind. We got like 10 more. A bit of an impotent run here, sadly. The bases are not loaded. But you never know. Last time, I almost gave up too, and I ripped a ghost site. I did the ghost site last time while chatting with chat, like arguing with chat about something. And I just didn't even break a sweat and just did the ghost site. I'll try to recreate that experience here. Somebody wanted me to explain like the hacking minigame and stuff. I don't know. I could if I see one and go hacking normally, but I feel like you have the best time on my streams with my videos, like when you are like, when you research the topic a little bit and like know the basics and then come for like the fun parts, right? Like, I don't know if you can do a Nomad Tale without knowing like, you know, how to travel and micro cloak tricking and all this stuff. What makes ghost site special? It's exciting because you only have a set amount of time to do it before backup comes and kills you. And if you fail a hack, it's a big explosion, and the loot's extremely good. In Lowsec, you're guaranteed 200 million just for finding one if you know the tricks, right? In JSpace, ghost sites have an item in them that's worth like 3, 4, 5 bill, depending on the year. I've found 3 of those over time. So there's some pretty insane lottery drops. In Nullsec, you're looking at like $1 billion every time you find a ghost site. It's pretty extensive, and it's very fast too, like a minute or two. So it ends up being like a rare treat, an explorer's delight. As I said on YouTube, ghost sites are treats, not terrors. Peter, we'll do an Aegis workshop, and I'll do it when you're around one day. Honestly, I just don't feel like it right now. Sorry to be a bummer. Peter's like, listen, dude, I don't give a fuck. You're gonna do it. You're going to do it. Yeah, getting shafted. I like Iridia a lot. I like Iridia a lot because I like the people. I think it's harsh. It's also big. It can get quiet, especially at evening time. But I am striking out right now, admittedly. You guys ever bite your nails before? Or still do? Pew! It's like game theory. Who wants to be the one to break the chain? And how early do you do it? You want to be the one to break it, but you don't want to break it too early and be desperate. You know what I mean? My artist does that. I love it when I lose my cursor. Yeah, I'm on Casio OS, right? With Plasma. I think Plasma out of the gate does that shit. It's too funny. Rail says stop shaking the mouse. You're not my real dad. They're stressful, especially with the radio skybox. We gotta stop being that obvious. I guess one of Dwayne's best qualities is that he'll run with anything as an inside joke. It's honestly like, you know, it's an endearing quality. I think giveaway contract for you as a promise. I don't want to give away. I don't want a contract. I don't want it. I refuse to take your free stuff. Donate to Toys for Tots, Rail. Here, I'll pull my pros back, chat, so you're not angsty. You're very kind, Rail, but I'm not allowed to do giveaways anymore since the accident. What's up, Savage? I was doing giveaways all the time, and then, you know, that thing happened with those people, so I'm not able to do them anymore, like legally. It's kind of crazy. What is this guy's story? Let's Ezekiel Fool over here. His name is Amro1. He has killed a tornado recently. That's formidable. Wow, he's got quite the ganking resume here, including a whale. Shit. Alright, well, this dude's no punk. Just wonder if he would waste his time fucking around in little explorer sites. Whatever. Did someone say giveaway? I shouldn't spin up the bot for him? No, you should. Definitely spin it up. Spin it up, join, and say hi on your bots. If you're a bot, say hi right now. Wait, hold on. If you're a robot, say hi. No humans allowed. If you're a human and say hi right now, I'm going to ban you. Scotty? Okay, good. Bot, obviously. Dwayne. Bot. Pago's obviously a bot too. He's just lagging. Pago has high latency. Dank's a bot. Rail's a bot. Yeah. Ichbin is a bot. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. That's why I don't mind arguing and hurting your feelings, because you're all bots. And when I go to the supermarket, everybody's bots. No, I'm just kidding. Start calling everybody NPCs and shit and just end up in some insane psych ward after a couple ones. Fart a lot. You're also... Oh, I got bots on YouTube as well. Wow, I got YouTube bots spamming the flush face. Has the internet gone too far? I don't know, man. People freaking out about Discord and shit. It's like, I don't blame you. That's just butt. What's up, Disc? I have 100 Zug BPCs in Jeddah. Who wants one? There you go. See, there you go. That's how you do it. So what's the over-under on me hitting a site in the last, like, 8 or so systems? It can't be good. One thing about Lowsec that's fascinating is they're heavy explorers. They stay on top of the SIGs constantly. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a big Iridium map they use. So they patrol through them constantly, trying to find the advanced sites and do them. Which I think is cool. But it can result in competition, like we've seen today. Which is uncommon in other Lowsec areas when you're moving around this much. Stupid autocorrect? Are you making fun of autocorrect? Autocorrect is a good boy. Autocorrect is just doing its best to guess whatever you're trying to type. Autocorrect could never do wrong. I was surprised we found 2 sleeper sites right next to each other. You had 2 superiors. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Were they in the same region or different regions? The truth is that you might have found the same one. It could have respawned. If it was the same region. Autocorrect is my worst enema. Ooh, coffee enema? My buddy's actually an NPC? Really? Can you, like, loop his dialogue? Peter Podcast, yeah, isn't that the craziest? I don't know if I've ever seen it that blatant, but what I see sometimes that is really obvious is like a silent battleground respawning. It's pretty nuts. Training Dead 6 is pretty chad though, I gotta admit. Been a chill day today. I haven't had to ban anybody, or I should say haven't got the pleasure of banning anybody yet. Just out here scanning, chilling, talking mechanics, enjoying life. Shit's cheesy, bro. Easy breezy. Seen the AI PR to map plot lib. Got rejected and it got all spicy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Foss has got some obstacles to deal with over the next decade, I'd say. Time to roll for a pop. There's 2 of them in that fort right there. You see the number, Scotty? See, it says 2. We know 2 of them in there. It means one of them's out and about, but he could be in the station, so. There's also probably other forts around here and shit. Let's see. Let's just check out that station. Oh, okay, there he is. So we know the other 2 guys are docked, and this guy's about to be docked. So what we're going to do is scan this son of a sea cook down real quick. All right. Rootin' tootin' raspberry. You didn't bring the ditch witch with you, did you? D100 should do it. My stream finally missed the days where we used to roll the die on stream. But you know what, kids? I don't wanna promote gambling. I don't wanna roll them bones. Oh, goodness. LL told me to rock the bells. Now I'm in jail. Luda told me to throw them bones. Some with a fractured elbow. I think what I'm probably gonna do, instead of radicalizing you guys politically, because that's lame, I'm gonna radicalize you guys in all appreciating hip hop slowly over the next 5 years. Slowly. Fuck the politics stuff. That's lowbrow. Nobody needs that. I'm gonna brainwash you guys into appreciating hip hop. That's it. The whiteys are not safe. All of you are in trouble right now. You're about to start liking the finest music. There's an Aries over there. Son of a sea cook. This guy is cooking and I don't like what I'm smelling. Boil the frog, precisely. We're gonna boil the hip hop frog. You gotta free your mind, man. Hip hop is in Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Of course, yeah, that's the only. The Beastie Boys and Marky Mark, that's it. That's it. That's obviously the only people I'm talking about. Savage says loving the content. Hell yeah. It's my boy. CC says Alice in Chains reference. Everything's an Alice in Chains reference. Everything. All I know is I've been fighting the urge for 2 hours and 12 minutes to spit that AZ verse, and I've done a great job. I've done a great job. I've done a good job. I'm proud of me. I don't really necessarily need the validation from the chat anymore. I'm happy that I haven't spit some dank bars. The reason for that is it has nothing to do with shame and everything to do with just mercy. That's it. I'm just merciful. Don't forget the Sugar Hill Gang. Listen, I'm going to forget everybody. The more influential in hip-hop, the more likely I am to forget them. This is a Lauryn Hill that I will die on. Alice in Chains. That's a sick fucking band name. Come on. So I feel like over under on this, like I should have done a bet whether I hit a ghost site or not, because I think we actually struck out today and your boy's about to start tearing up. I'm going to have to go get a tear sponge. I mean, we are dwindling in supply of cosmic signature at this juncture. I have but 16 probes and a dream, and so far I've yielded no fruit. My voyage of the Beagle, a la Charles Darwin, has not contributed a whole lot to science yet whatsoever. The journal I'm writing, not going to be so useful. What ship you in? I'm in an Estero. What do you think about that? You ever see this ship before? This is a very rare ship. No, I'm just kidding. Sounds fruitless. Not a fruit in sight. No berries. Nothing. We're finally going to get some crisscross. You guys are going to get everything you want and more. Well, you're going to get some of the things you want. You might get some of the things that you want, possibly, in life. Maybe. You're probably not going to get what you want in life, no. Probably. You're probably not going to get that, actually. Sorry, I'm walking this back a little bit. Scaling this back. You're probably not going to get what you want. But if you try real hard, you'll sometimes find that you don't even necessarily get what you need. Eat your heart out, Rolling Stones. Eat your fucking heart out. Dead End here full of Lowsec boys. Fantastic. Are they good fight over here? Initiative, excuse me. Has Initiative invaded Iridia? I can't believe it. This is a bad joke. Initiative, these guys are leaking everywhere. They're creating good fights all over the West. Daz Dingo! Alright, sorry, I said I wouldn't get gully with it, but you know. All jacked up and ready to go. Go, go, go! Battle cruiser operational. I have all those sheds. What up, D-Girl? How you doing? Welcome back. I have plumbing in my house. How's that? Unreality, good to see you. I'm in a stereo. I can talk about the fit if you need it. It's just kind of a run-of-the-mill stereo tuned for the more advanced hacking sites, kind of skipping the normal sites. But I'm happy to talk about it all day. If anything piques your interest, let me know. If not, I will continue to babble about this, about that. Talk about rubies and diamonds, gold and silver. Imagine being a company right now that produces hardware that's like related to RAM modules, solid state device storage, or GPUs. Imagine just being in that market right now. And being one of those players. I feel like this is a crossroad in like your ethics as a person. It's not quite the same thing as like, you know, someone shutting down the hospitals or like not letting food get somewhere. That's obviously infinitely worse. But like the idea that like the few players involved here for these pieces of hardware that have created a crunch, like just so obviously we're not concerned with the overall optics of it in the long run. Like that is just like depressing. Like just how little consciousness there is as a consumer to the point where like, you're just going to let that go. In a just world, we'd look at Micron and say, no, sorry, your product is actually too important. And we, as the people that live here, are going to demand that you save some of your production for the actual people. I would ask that of a corporation. Now, I know that's sacrilegious. I get that. But that's what I would do, right? And I would have regulatory bodies enforce it if I was in charge. Obviously, I'm not. I'm just some random fuck. But the point being, there are interests that stretch above and beyond shareholder value and short-term gain that these businesses can't see. And sure, it's just computer parts, but I'd argue computer parts are important, right? Not quite food level, but they're there. But there's no accountability. The optics don't matter. There's no shame element involved. It's just the simplest possible cartel imaginable with zero regulatory kickback, like not kickback, pushback. D-Girl says, how you doing? I'm doing really well. I have plumbing back in my house. I'm feeling good. Joe Loss was here earlier. He's my stream dad. I'm making you my stream mom. Everybody's having a good time. The whole family's here. Rotek says, why no Skinner for T3 ships yet? Yeah, that's never happening. Never happening. There's no Skinner for the pacifier. I don't get that. I don't think Tech 3 Skinner's ever going to happen, folks. Maybe I'm just a big hater, but that's just how I feel. What is this guy doing? Is he in a Citadel? What are you doing, brother? Wow, this boy loses a lot of pods. Look at this guy, Zekiel. He loves losing pods. Oh, he's a pod loser. Me too, bro. Me too. Anyway, where is he at in here? We got extra buildings. What's popping? So this is the Fortizar here, yeah? What else? There's no other structures in here, but there's somebody in local. Fascinating that. You think he's out and about out there somewhere? Fuck it, let's take a goosey gander because I want to just know where he is, just for personal reasons at this point. I'm not even going to scan the damn system. Tech 3 Skinner would sadly be too complicated. Yeah, that shit's bannable for sure. I don't see why though. Just let us paint it one size fit all and then let us see the different forms in the Skinner. Like, we're not asking for different states for each state. Just let it like overpaste over everything and we'll find one that works for, you know what I mean? I know that's adding more. I know. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Sounds convincing though. All right, so Dude Man's not out here. Dude Man's just cloaked in space, chilling in this dead end system, just doing Iridia things. You know, it's almost like Stain but Lowsec. That's kind of what Iridia like is to me. Someone says, "Please eat this AI." Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Not sure why Concord don't allow Skinner. It's a good question. Oh, he's in a capsule. Uh-oh, I saw the capsule. What are you doing, bro? Hey, I just saw a capsule in there. What is he, a camera? He's an impost. He's got to be an impost. That's funny. All right, well, let's keep it moving. A couple more systems and I'll capitulate to the Iridia gods. I did definitely hustle today. I tried. I scanned nonstop. I was looking for a site for you guys. It's a little bit better to needle hack, though, for the stream, because then I'll do, like, relics as well, and at least it's something we can hack in the meantime, so we can talk about the mechanics. You lost so many ships in Iridia? Hell yeah. It's dangerous, man. Astero's kind of a safe option, but you can still get smart bombed by very good players. This guy's name is Jack the River. Huh. What the fuck? Hi, Jack. My name is Jack the Noodle. His name is Jack the River. That's low. Prospect has a bonus for sign out, you believe? So. Yeah, there's no bonus. If you mean it can fit it, yeah, it can fit it. So the bombers, covert ops, prospects, those can all launch covert ops sinos on the frigate tier. There's also ventures we can do indie sinos, right? Which is kind of funny. Technically, you could get tackled by a venture and then a Rorqual could show up, technically. Technically. Just saying. So what do you think? Should we take a break and then just go frag people or no? Or should we do something else? I was going to scan Tabby, but I wouldn't mind going back out and seeing if we could get lucky. Maybe I'll look at the banks first before we decide on NPSI. This guy's in shuttles. Might as well scan this down. He's in shuttles. Iridia, Lowsec and I and Initiative and whoever the fuck else lives here, they did a great job of pruning this down today. Gots to admit. Just warped to some random safe. What are they doing? Wormholes? He just warped to a wormhole. You know, a really interesting way to see where someone warped, and I do this all the time to backtrack people. Snap your camera to them while they're warping and then put your cone at 5%. Now I know for a fact that he warped to something in line here. Right? So you can easily see which wormhole he did by scanning that tip where the SIG is. Just snap your camera and then put it at 5 degrees and it'll show you visually the trajectory he warped, which is useful for combat scanning or trying to find a wormhole somebody would quick warp to. Maybe that's a bad explanation, but for example, if you're trying to follow somebody in J space, you only get to see the direction they warped. If you don't have everything pre-scanned, you then have to scan that thing down and warp there. You have to be very fast. So that's kind of a trick to do it. You can skip the whole site if you know the direction they warped. If they're smart, they'll warp somewhere else first and throw you off. Oops, lost it. So I usually don't stream on Wednesdays. Because there is no God and everybody hates you. No, I'm just kidding. Because you don't want to stream too much. If you make it your whole life, your job, sure, you would want to stream all the time. But for me, I think I already streamed too much for my, you know, I probably put myself out there too much, but you guys make it fun, so what can I say? What can I say? I can't really put myself in a position where I'm dreading streaming. In fact, over the weekend, sometimes I'm like, damn, I wish I could stream this. You know? I guess there is a unadulterated love in there. And that should hopefully bleed through sometimes. Wow, look at all them siggies. All right, well, we made it to the end. Unfortunato. I'm tapping out. I think I hit a good distance, right? I feel like I did my absolute best, but was let down by just sheer circumstance and probability. Obviously, somehow this is Dwayne's fault. Should we do 5 BCs this time? Weren't you looking at a BC? Or somebody else was talking about a BC? We do a 5-man BC gang? You gotta love what you do. Yeah. Turns out playing video games is fun, and if you have people that watch you play, it's like, wow, okay. That's amazing. Remember when I was a kid, I would watch my sibling play video games all the time, but I never had the experience of somebody watching me. Can't go around blaming Dwayne for that. Watch me, fool. Watch me. I'll show you blame. All right, so we kind of get to see the cool way back. I'm going to call it here because you could probably haystack forever. Sometimes you could hit 4 ghost sites in a row. You could hit none all day. It's a gamble. I'm going to bail. I'm going to show you the... am I not in a fleet? Am I not in a fucking fleet? I'm not in a fleet. Okay. Adoy. I'm going to show you the way back to Tabby. It's actually pretty fascinating. We're going to use the Chrysovrog filament and then either proximity or wormhole directly to Tabby. I did it the other day too. It's actually just fantastic. You don't really need to prox out if you're in a ship that can actually pass the gates. Eve's my first major game I ever played in my life. That's crazy. I love that. Yeah, to play Eve, and you said you started recently, right? Did you have like a friend that played? Or like, how did you even find this game? You said you're like 40, 50 some years old and you've never played games and you're playing Eve. Like that strikes me as like a friend showed it to you or something, right? It's cool though. I love it. We get youngsters too that play. We get people literally all over of all demographics playing this game, and also first timers that play nothing else. That's the part that blows my mind. Youngsters that don't play shooters play Eve. And then people like my age or whatever older, like they also sometimes have never played other MMOs, and it just blows my mind in like a good way. So in Yarja, so we just got to get to Skarkin. So we'll kind of just jump the shark here real quick. Forgive my punnery. And kind of safely navigate down the way. We're in a Astero, so no nullifier, which means if somebody bubbles us, it's an actual, we actually have to deal with it. We can't just ignore them, but it's not too bad. I was introduced by my boyfriend. He talked about it all the time. He asked me to give it a try, and I did it in almost 60. Awesome. Yeah, usually it's like a friend or maybe a partner that introduces somebody to it that's not a gamer. You're almost 60, got you. But that's crazy that like you find something in it, not just playing it to appease your partner. That's kind of cool. I like that. I would say that the only thing I'll comment is that chances are there's like so many other games you'll love too. That's all. That you may not have the time or had the experience or had the chance to try. So you're like a late bloomer in this way. You thought you look 40? Well, that's good. You're a woman, right? That's good. That's good. It's, you know, you gotta stay fresh, as they say. Look at that thing. Whoa. As opposed to men, we're allowed to get crinkly. Look at this thing. Holy shit. I don't think I've ever actually looked at this. Look at this. This is so cool. What the? That's where Fados are made right there. Friend forced me. I haven't found another MMO they like so far. That's awesome. The girl says I was told I looked 40. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. The struggle of retaining youth can drive some mad. Others wake up and just look young, and that's just how it be. Both me and my partner actually do look younger than we are. It's true. We both could, when we're out and about, pass for someone in like late 20s. But I'd like to imagine I'm going to age non-gracefully here, which will be good. I'm thinking I'm going to get them like Ramsey lines on my forehead and get the circle baldness up here, you know? I'm thinking that's probably what's going to happen. I'm almost looking forward to it, bro. I've had my time as a non-ogre. I'm ready to embrace the swamp at this point. I really am. Don't cheer me up. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Whenever I say stuff like that, someone's always like, "No, you're good." It's just like, "No, I'm just teasing." You look like you're in your 20s? Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm in my mid-30s. I'll be pushing 40 before I know it. But like I said, I look younger. So is my partner. But there's certain things that give it away, especially in person or even on the camera, that I'm an old fart. An old farts. Alright, so we're in Skarkin, which is fascinating because we have direct proximity to Tabitzer now. We've talked about this multiple times, but I'm going to talk about it probably 10 or more times before it gets old. We're either going to proximity or scan our way out, right? There's one sig. I'm not actually sure it'll be the wormhole. We're going to find out. Thank you, by the way, D-Girl. Appreciate you. Kichi says, I hear you gotta find a bridge to set up shop under. My man. Dr. Visit said I could go for 35 and I'm 52. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. No shame in none of that, yo. This stream is, you know, we'll judge you by the content of your character around here. That's kind of the goal. Although you are allowed to clown on me lightly for, you know, goofy appearances and whatnot. You're allowed. It's okay. I sometimes wear my hair in the most absurd ways, so I kind of axing for it, huh? I'm axing for it. Looking old is fine. Feeling old is worse, as contender. All right. That's an affirmative. That's an affirmative. Good to see you. My mother always says you're like fine wine, you get better with age.
Docking
Your mom's
request
nice.
accepted.
Gray Sentinels with the Ray. What's up? How you doing? You're right on time. We're gonna go out for a run or two and goof off. Let me see where this hole goes real quick. What were y'all doing on Twitch, Gray? You're not a bunch of Dirty Eve players like me, are you? There's literally no way. There can't be more than one Eve streamer. Whoa, it's another Eve streamer. Holy smokes. There's dozens of us. Hope you had a good time. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate you. Apparently he does PvP on stream, folks. So if you're looking for PvP action, you don't know who it is, check him out. Give him a follow. I mean, shit. Live your life. I was looking for ghost sites in Lowsec, just cheesing, looking for loot, hanging out, kind of skipping sites. Didn't find it. Bit of a bummer. Now I'm going to run with my metaphorical tail tucked between my legs back to Tabitzer and then Deathcone to Jitta and probably do some bank robbing or something. I'm not sure. They're rolling Sigs and Dabby. It's funny. All right, so let's descan the wormhole real quick, and we'll turn the filter off, and we'll see who's there, right? So Federal Navy Scout, that's a pretty good indication that it's going to spit us out where we need to go. Federal Navy implies west, so this might not actually be a local wormhole. If it's not a local one, we'll jump back through it in proximity, if it's too far. Because that's just how we get down. We're just a bunch of travelers. Let me see this real quick. Ah, so this is not an exit. All right, so let's do a proximity instead. This goes to a high-class wormhole. And we don't want to go there. We want to actually go another way completely. We're going to go our own way this way. And we're going to use a proximity in a few minutes. I just have to decide, do I want to rob banks with a small group with battle cruiser operational, or do I want to rob with baby thoraxes again and cheese some poor guy's Loki? Man. The choice is mine and mine alone. In the meantime, let's take a little breather. I'm going to go pet the cat, give her a little can of cat food, stretch my legs, and pump some extremely eerily calming Eve music into your earballs. So here you go, BRB. Folks, we are waiting for a timer so we can go back to Empire. I'm eating fried chicken and we're vibing. Sorry to take a break right when I get a raid. Unfortunately, I couldn't avoid it and needed a break. Love you guys if you stay, though. I love you if you, even if you don't. Because be like that. Life is good. A little bit of a lull in the action here. Undeniable. In a perfect world, a stream would never have a lull. It would just constantly keep popping. But you know what? I'm not man enough for that. I need my fried chicken breaks, you know what I mean? So when this timer in the top left corner hits 0, we're going to rip another filament and hopefully, if nobody's being a goober, jet out of here. And if they are, we'll dock and just self-destruct back. Either way, we will make it back, and I think we're going to do a little bit of a PvP sesh. Not a huge one, but a couple runs. What we could do is look at the bank right now before we get there. See what type of activity there is. Yeah, okay. I would say banks right now are heavy. I mean, that's a lot of 400 mil banks to choose from. Okay. That's a lot. So I think we should do a 5-man crew of up to battle cruisers. Dwayne, would you like to play with me? Dwayne's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can trust you. He's like logging in. Okay, never mind. All right. So we're gonna do. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer, but we're gonna do. It's bring your own ship on this one. You should get decent insurance. I don't feel like buying battle cruisers. It ends up being like $3 bill when we're done all the time. It's so pricey for everybody. What am I made of cash over here? A guy steals a couple coupons and all of a sudden everybody's asking for cash. Now, what you want to play? Cool. Battle cruiser run should be fun. You should be able to flex your creativity. And since we're only bringing 5, the chances of getting blopsed on route are much lower, but not non-zero. We won't probably Thunderdome though. Thought you were a trillionaire streamer. What's a couple bill among friends? True. You're just biased. I gave Gravy 1 or 2 skill injectors, and he's like, shit, this guy's loaded. An Eve trillionaire. Yeah, Naiba wanted to join, but forgot about the block rule. Can't forget about that block rule. Can't forget about the block rule. Gravy, are you going to get a battle cruise and join us? You're working right now? Imagine working while I'm streaming. Literally. Ridiculous. I guess I could, I suppose I could, what's the phrase? Buy holes, but I don't want to. Thanks, this work. Give me your boss's number. Disc, you're at work? Give me your boss's number. Got another couple seconds here. You are the boss? Alright, give me your number. I'm gonna get you fired. I'm gonna get you happy ass fired, young man. Thank you guys for joining me. The action will pick back up here in about 10 minutes, I'm sure. Stand by. We can go as 2, by the way. It's okay. You don't rent out land, do you? Matzer says you hiring. We are now a job board, folks. Everybody contact Discworld for your occupational inquiries. Disc no. Fuck. Well, there goes my life plan. My plan was to invite him to Corp, cozy up to him, and then get a fucking job, and then quit streaming altogether because I have no time because I'm working a full-time job for Discworld. That was my plan. But he just ruined it because he's too shrewd. He knows what's up. You can't pull a fast one on young Discworld. It ain't happening. The man joins ClearOKitties. He is mentally impregnable. A little OPSEC screen, stand by. I know, it's a roar call. Don't eat your shoes. Stand by. Could have been playing Discworld, true. Discworld is like RimWorld, but it's the whole disc, not just the rim. Good news is nobody combat scanned me, so I think we're probably in the free and clear. Takes 2 minutes for this fucker to fire since they patched it. So you gotta descan the whole time, look for them silly combats. It's literally not even impossible for someone to resolve this shit out of descan range with virtues. I'm not even kidding. So the theory is I think the maximum you can end up is 5 jumps away from Tabby, if I understand it right. But I've never tested all of the, never tested all the routes. 6, well there you go, that'll beat 5. That 6 is more than 5. This is interesting. Where did we land, actually? I've never seen this destination. Ah, okay, so this is like the furthest you can land from Skarkin. I think this might be it. If you can reach Klink, I'd be very surprised. So you can only really hit like these 4 or 5 systems here. Enyer, Fago, Unertech, Oservant. You can only really hit these. So this is actually, I think, the farthest. It's pretty cool. So even the farthest is not bad. D-Girl says, there you are. Yeah, we'll put the camera back. I notice my streams last longer when I turn the camera off sometimes. That's why I do it all the time. I feel like $1,000,000, man. Having a house that actually functions properly, it's nice. Still got a few issues I have to fix. There are some extremely bizarre electrical issues that are well beyond my pay grade. I may have ate a shock earlier today handling some exposed wire. Have you farmed the trigs in the natural wormhole of space? Have I farmed them? Like, are you talking about in high sec? Like farming the... I see people do that all the time. It's kind of cool. They bring like an Orca and a Kronos or something and farm the trigs all day or something. It's nuts. It honestly is kind of cool for high sec. I really enjoy like creative niche things, even if like they're exclusive or not. I like that. Right now we're talking about when the trig holes spawn and point to high sec. Like there's rats that spawn. You can farm them for like a long time, and they're supposedly kind of worth it for high sec standards. The gift that keeps on giving. Pakfin STD. I think next time I do a scan sesh, I'll go out and do needle hacking. That way we get some action. It's kind of a bummer to go out scanning twice in a row and not find anything. Pretty ridiculous. The first one was because I only went out for a second. This time I actually put the effort in, just got unlucky. But I think I'll probably needle hack next time. Go to nullsec off of needlejacks. That way, right? That way we at least get some fun stuff in the meantime. Plus it's exciting to watch the Astero and nullsec with no nullifier. It's always entertaining for people to watch it. Chance I could die, right? Alright, let me get Dwayne in here. I think that's our only volunteer that's not a block currently. I'll invite when I get back in Jeddah in about 3 minutes. Replace my roof, ouch, to pocket. Oh my god. You know what pisses me off about roofs is it's supposed to last forever, but like, do they ever? Isn't a roof supposed to last like 30 some years when you do it right? Isn't that the whole point of a roof? Otherwise, just slap anything up there. But like, I feel like they don't actually last that long. Maybe I'm bugging. I've never had to do a roof, knock on wood. But I know they're just prohibitively expensive to redo. It's like just pretty much insurance or not at all. Like, you know, one of those kind of things, you know? It's like a transmission in a car. It's like either insurance is paying for it or the car is fucked. Like, you know? 10? Oh, 10? Is it 10? Oh, okay. Oh, maybe it's because you live in Hurricane, maybe, area? I feel like I may have heard 30, but but honestly, I'm willing to bet that Scotty knows is better than me. Willing to bet. But it's probably based on proximity to the Gulf, too. Yeah. I can't even imagine, like, in Louisiana and Florida, they don't even do shingle roofs, do they? Aren't they, like, what are they, like, tile and shit? 10 to 15? Okay. I must have heard some bullshit numbers. Maybe I'm talking about, like, some part of the roof lasting a while. I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna shut up now. I'm just a noob. That's all it is. Either way, like, a roof, I suppose, even if it's not 30 years, it's supposed to last a long time, but you only ever hear about the problems with roofs. No, it's one of those things where it's just working right all the time until it's time to repair, and then it's catastrophic. It's like just an unpleasant part of home ownership, I think. Glenn, what up, gangster? It's Uncle Glenn in the house. He says, hope everyone is having a great day. Stay blessed. I'm always blessed when you're here. Been lucky so far from Hurricane. I love that. So we're back in Tabby now. Now we're going to make a play for Jeddah, and we're going to go out with Dwayne and have some fun. See if I can get somebody else in. Roofs are... Asbestos roofs are the go. 100 years on those. 100 years on an asbestos roof, yeah. And plus, if you're bored, you can go up there and scrape some off and form a little pile and... You know? Have a sniff. Why did I have to say that? I could have just not said that. I could have just let that go. Right? No need. No need. We have shingles in Florida. Oh, really? I was going to say, the shingles in, like, Pennsylvania versus the shingles in Florida, we're talking about, like, come on. That's got to be a world of difference. It must be. Did I get Dwayne in my crib? Hell yeah. All right, so we're going to have 3 spots for battle cruisers. If for whatever reason you can't afford it, this probably isn't the fleet for you. Okay, so I'm going to actually have to self-destruct in space after swapping El Clonzos. And this is real. This is not a joke. This is not a drill, folks. I'm going to have to go self-destruct in space to clear my timer. But the truth is that I could actually just self-destruct because there's no way we're getting ready in 8 minutes, so... Let's just let the timer sing. Yeah, you don't need to burst. It's just like bring a stupid shitty battle cruiser. They're kind of cheap when you insure them. Probably like a Hurricane, Brutix. See ya, Jerky. Thanks for coming by, buddy. I don't know if I greeted you properly, but shout out to you. I feel like thatched roofs are the best. You know, or like no, not thatched roofs. Mud and moss roofs, like Hobbit style. Building your house into the land, that's the best roof. Right? Come on. Work with me. Work with me. Talk with me. Brick Tank Brutix, fun time. Yeah, I'm thinking... I don't know if there's any other battle cruisers I really care to fly. Dragovots is fun, but it's too pricey for these. It gets bopped up way too easy. Brutix is not a terrible play, though. We'll just run a Brutix for the first one. Gnosis is obviously a decent candidate. Gnosis are actually kind of mean, though. I feel like Brutixes are friendly. I'm going to bring out the 100 MN. Ansel Brutix here. Seems fun. Glass Cannon Talos. Yeah, I love it. I love it. They're going to target you first, but what if you went pure tank Talos? They'd never see it coming. Smoking that weed pipe like the hobbits? Yeah, you know. You know those little hobbit hovels were completely just stinking loud the whole time. The whole Shire was probably just one big cloud of fucking dank. Friendly Brutix. Full brick tanks, Brutix Navy is nice. 200k EHP Brutix Navy. Alright, Peg, you're gonna have to send me that and Jack the Needle, okay? Send me that fit. 200k. Alright, that's a lot. That's a lot of Ks, bro. Are you sure? Are you sure that it's so many Ks? Because I don't know, man. That's so many. Oh, whoa, whoa. Didn't mean to put all of them in there. All right, so we'll launch here in a little bit, skis. Last call, if anyone wants to join us, go to Jack the Needle chat in-game. And you're going to bring your own battle cruiser, insure it. It should be dirt cheap. We're just going to go and goof off and try to get somebody to overcommit like 1 or 2 ships and blap them. Battle cruisers aren't the most effective, but they're fun. In small gangs, they're enjoyable. So let's see what we can do. Beep boop time. Last call. When this is done, we will freeze invites.
Capsuleers, welcome aboard Flight 420F with service from the Forge to Lowsec. We are currently third in line for takeoff and are expected to be in the air in approximately 5 minutes. We ask that you set your safety to yellow and ensure your ship is insured before takeoff. Please have your home system set to JITA, check your implants, and remember, toxicity is prohibited for the duration of the flight. Thank you for choosing Chloroquine Airlines. Enjoy your flight.
You could have gone with any airline, but you chose Chloroquine Airlines today. And we keep getting on Flight 420F over and over again. There's really no other flight. That's it. It's just 420F. So if you want to go somewhere else, too bad. Too stinking bad. Damn, 36 mil return on that insurance. Whew. Someone says you're getting ready for another fleet. Yeah, we're about to head out on this one. We'll probably do 2 rounds, I'm sure. F spots. How much for tickets? Free for the homies. One last sneak person. Oh, Spy logged? Spy, you logged off? What happened? There you are. All right, we got our 4th. Imagine not bringing one. Yeah, you can bring a Drake. I mean, it's literally the Drake fleet. You're not going to get another fleet where I'm like, yeah, bring the Drake. This is it. This is the Aubrey Graham fleet. Rebot has followed the stream. Rebot, are you a bot? You gotta answer me honestly. It's in your department's policy. You're not allowed to lie. I'm a sovereign citizen. Bitch, I'm traveling here, all right? I'm traveling here. Whenever you get pointed in like a Bazin, just be like, I'm fucking traveling here. Just try to argue with EF about commercial All right, sorry, I'm done. Maritime law, exactly. Gotta love it. Change character to be in Jets. Cool. Oh, I got you. Same. I see the 29. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna make sure to wait for you. We'll be the last one here. Just bring a cheap Gnosis, right? And we don't know what's gonna happen. We're gonna try to avoid Thunderdoming if possible with these. I'm just gonna get my face blown out by the Naga if I even announce a Thunderdome. I'd be like, all right, guys, we're just gonna Thunderdome, and like at that point, I will have half health. You already know this bitch is polied up. He's roly-poly-olied up, I guarantee it. And if he's not, I mean, shame on him for teasing me. What's worth, a sovereign citizen or a Caldari citizen? I mean, I think sovereign citizens are goofy. I mean, but I'm not like a cop that has to deal with it and all that nonsense. Or a judge or whatever. I think it's funny. Caldari citizens, I mean, there's a lot of Caldaris just doing their thing. Caldari society is it's like it is truly like an oligarchy, like politically. It's kind of interesting. It's like a completely corporate-run society, right? So if there's not consolidation of the petit bourgeois and repression among its ranks, yeah, there will be soon. Otherwise known as an F word that I dare not say on stream. I dare not say it until Friday. On Friday, I'll say the F word. Friday is our de facto politics day where I yell at people for being landlords. That's it. That's all I do. Action pub? Yeah, I'll wait for height. I'm in a good mood. I'm gonna wait for height though. That's my boy. Is it a friendship? No, but I do consider my chatters, my core mates, the people I talk to in game, I consider them a little bit more than acquaintances. I consider them to be people in my life. Real people, even though it's just a game. It's interesting. Timu Snakes? Hell yeah. So we're just waiting real quick. Oh, Hytho was already good to go. So when Backfill gets to us, we'll head out. Thank you for being with me. We're going to bring 5 Needlejacks with us. We can chain them because we don't have that many people. It's a quick pump. So we're just out the door. So if we don't hit anything, we'll probably wait and count down and giggle and play Eve Door, whatever the hell we do. And then we'll rip signals and then we'll keep trying to find content. And if we find nothing all day, we'll shoot each other and we'll frag Dwayne and we'll go about our day. Tommy says that cursor. It's a fatty, right? This cursor is like Africa on a non-Mercator projected map. Thick as fuck. Thick. So many C's. Sovereign Citizen is endgame roleplay in real life. Yeah, it's for all like the improv artists who just didn't make it in their yes and groups. They just kept telling people how to roleplay. Those are the sob sids. Nah. Just gullible people that have to pay real life consequences. Hell yeah, we're all here. Fuck yeah, rootin' tootin' raspberry. One last time. This is for the people in the back. If you've never been to my stream before, I do these goofy NPSIs. You can come by. Sometimes it's big groups, sometimes it's small, whatever I feel like. I'm pretty inclusive as long as you don't like make it really hard on me. And difficult, rather. I don't want to say hard on the internet. I'm going to play the Boop Boop one last time. They're going to be out the door, so ETA ripping about here in a minute. Stand by. Listen carefully. Spy Cots, I don't know if you've been here before. You seem experienced, but this is for newcomers to the stream more than you guys. Beep boop.
Capsuleers, welcome aboard Flight 420F with service from the Forge to Nullsec. We are currently third in line for takeoff and are expected to be in the air in approximately 5 minutes. We ask that you set your safety to yellow and ensure your ship is insured before takeoff. Please have your home system set to JITA, check your implants, and remember, toxicity is prohibited for the duration of the flight. Thank you for choosing Chlorokin Airlines. Enjoy your flight.
All right, so we have two people that can't go. That is a 50% failure rate. Not looking good. Let's try this again. There we go. Everybody's safety is now off. Beautiful. Sovereign citizens are just RPing? No, I don't think so. It's sovereign citizens. You don't even have to preclude it at that. You can just say people that are just woefully misinformed about what the law actually institutes. It's more than just people that are, you know, in that category. The problem is it's like an infected ignorance. It's hard to describe pathologically, but it is something you could probably help people with rather than penalizing them. Let's go. Good luck. But you know me, I'm just a big old softy. Come on. Give me fat stacks, no tax. Give me that fucking 500 million isk in the first one. Okay, let's warp the crew to 50. This is about as fat as it gets. I looked earlier. There was like 3 banks with 500 mil or more in them, and we hit one off first rip. So we have 2 Drakes, a Naga, a Brutix, and a Talos. So we are so fightable. It's unbelievable. Love your pilot's voice? Yeah, it's super sultry. It's nice. It's like that ASMR voice. This is not the driver's license you're looking for. $2,000 filtered. All right, let's see if we can have some fun. At least we'll get another round in. Shout out to Init. Damn, that Talos is 50. I bet he posts his afterburner. Anyone have a tackle mod? Hell no. We don't roll like that. Consent only, baby. Just teasing. I doubt these guys have tackle, but sometimes they throw tackle on anyway, honestly. I can't stop them from doing it. I just prefer we do one thing at a time when we're doing such a casual comms as fleet. But you know me. I kind of don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm a shite leader. I'm not that good of a player. I make mid videos. I get flustered. I argue too much. Right? But I have a fantastic man bun. I remember that Texas law thing. I'm not clicking on Reddit links, but that's fucking awesome. The Texas law thing is nuts. Man bun goals. Fuck yeah, dude. I can't even tell you why I'm growing my hair and putting it in a. I have no. It's literally just for the fun. I don't know. I guess I'm losing my hair a little bit, right? It's going back a little bit. So you're just trying to have fun while you still can. I can't tell you in good conscience what the fuck I'm doing with my hair. I've just been shaving the sides and tying it up. Friendly reminder: stay at a local unless you got something nice to say. There's really nothing nearby either, so it's like it almost makes you want to extend it. There's like no other ratting at all. It's just this. It's like we kind of have to just not extend it and go for it if we want to have the best chance of fun. But they might just let it go too. I don't think Init's gonna let it go. This is the only bank they got going. Unless they're doing something right now, there's no way they let this go. Yeah, there you go. The shuttle scouting. Last time we did this, they piled in with so many people. It was still good fun. Half bills is fair. So yeah, this is enough to the where like people were like starting to be like, okay, well, I want that money. What the fuck are you doing? Hang on to it while you can. Yeah, no doubt. I'm not doing anything to slow it down. You know how there's like all those things you can do. I'm not doing any of that, but I will say I feel, you know, pretty comfortable now after a year or two of reckoning with it. It's nice. If it keeps going, the hair, you know, we'll just change it up. I'm not afraid. Not afraid at all. I am more than just my hair. I am a beautiful man beneath this perfect hair. I deserve respect. 3 minutes. It's a couple of shuttles. Looked like they were doing little scoutsies, seeing what we got going on. Hopefully they got a few battleships coming to reinforce the ramparts here. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to take this shit and jettison, or jet the fuck up out of here. I have 100 men. I might be able to escape with their cash. Time for old man bedtime. Joe, I hope you get an awesome sleep. Hope you stay rested. Glad your travels were safe. I'm always here if you want to talk. And I have an alarm set for Saturday, so if you don't hear from me, it means I chicken out, but I'd like to do it. I look forward to it. See you, buddy. I fought it for 10 years now. I'm bald. Did you? Was it like gradually going off the whole time? Dommy landing? Cool, cool. Demon Discord? Cool. Don't worry, I'll hunt you down. With love. I'm gonna hunt you down with love. Let's get in the horseshoe. Ah, yeah. So I'm getting that standard temple bald, right? So it's like one of the more common ones. Looks a little bit more acceptable than certain other ones. It's true. 2 dummies? Alright, let's test this remote rep, baby. I mean, I don't know, man. I got 2 guns. And I'm not afraid to use them. I actually got more than 2 guns. I got a bunch of guns. Anyway, shout out to my bald kings out there. Trust me, bro. If life was about your hairline and how big your dick was, I gotta be real. Like, nothing would ever get done. Nobody would ever find love. You know what I mean? You just gotta be cool with the genetics and just find a way to get over it, you know? My chat's like, not me. Of course, not me. Well, of course, not you. You just gotta be happy with what you got. I'm hoping these 2 Dommies slide. This will be a fun fight. 2 Dommies versus all of us. I mean, that's a fun fight. Drink your cherry juice if you got it. Here, I'm gonna drop one. Anybody need a cherry juice? This Naga is like up close in person. Did I say Talos? I meant Naga, my bad. I guess the Dommy ain't coming. You think they're gonna try to snipe us when we leave? That's not very cash fucking money. Oh, third Dommy. All right, we're gonna get the fight. We're not gonna leave. We might fight with the coupons though. 3 Dommies versus what do we got? 5 BCs. That's a cool fight. We're either gonna power through it or we're not. If we start switching, we lose, right? You feel me? How do you do the colors? The new update? Yeah, the colors on the left, new update. Yep. So you're just gonna try to punch through the broadcast, and we'll do our best. I guess they're gonna wait for us to try. Like, they're not here yet, and the timer's up. Not if they're remote reps. Yeah, they're gonna be RR, I'm sure. But I'm thinking we could probably punch through anyway. Who knows? We do a lot of damage. I'm gonna relink again real quick. Signal I want to fight. Let's do a 1 to 4 for the coupons. 2. Haito gets the coupons. Congratulations. Haito, I'm jettisoning them. Good luck. Oh wait, I can't. I have no jet can. So if we survive, you can have them. Oops. They have to come in with the Dommies now. Like, what are we doing? This is now getting not good for them. Like, respect-wise. Like, if they're doing the thing where they're waiting for us to burn out and watching the stream, that would be very disappointing. Just hang out for a little bit. I want to fight. 3 Dommies can beat us. Because we're not going to run away. Alright, so we're just gonna sit here and see if they come in. Little Dommies that teased us. Feels bad, man. What's the main use of a Roku? I mean, technically, for resource harvesting as a foreman, the Dommies left. Alright. So we're burning out now. We're going to Needlejack. A little disappointed the Dommies didn't fight us. But we just took a bunch of money. So that goes to Haito. We're going to let him drop and we're going to Needlejack because there's nothing close. Haito, you want to burn towards me? I'm going to broadcast myself so you can get your loot. Sick kill mails? I like it. So we're going to wait outside for a minute. I'm going to drop the money on the ground. It's 376 million worth. Haito, you obviously know how to do asset safety, right? You've been around? If not, let me know. I got you. I can't commit, but I'm positive you know. Yep, cool. Oracles do a lot of different things, though. Like, it's funny. They have a clone bay in them. A clone vat bay. Just like a Titan. You can technically jump to a Oracle in space. As a clone. I've done it. It's weird. Feels weird. You just appear in space next to the Oracle. It's like, okay. Neat. Sadly, you can't store, like, jump clones in there. Like, clone sets. It's just fresh clones. You can only install a fresh clone. Unless there's some weird mechanic I don't quite understand. All right, folks, I'm going to jettison these. This is for Haito. He'll go drop that. We have a little bit of time left, but the rest of us just hang out, and we'll eventually go to a safe and Needlejack. Stand by. It looked exciting, but it was not. And it doesn't owe us a damn thing, so I'm assuming he thought his Dommies wouldn't survive, and it's very true. He might have lost that, so I'm not mad. Yeah, they had 3 Dommies. They were a little bit late to get the 3rd one there, and I feel like he felt like it was too close for comfort, so he didn't bother. I mean, I am disappointed, but I'm not mad at him. Dommies are the #1 chicken shit answer, even more than Logi, technically, for these responses, but we're kind of expecting them. We don't get mad when we see them. Sorry for dropping the can so far away. I wasn't thinking. But you Gucci. I'm going to see if Haito can drop us a safe and call us to him. Save me the effort of warping on and off awkwardly. And we can actually chain Needlejacks like this for this run because we're using baby ones. If we're using 25s, I feel like it's just way too risky to even bother. Is Naga a good PvP ship? Yeah, I can't really say it is. But it does fat deeps like Shard says. Dwayne's a guy who likes his DPS to be fat. It's almost like a bit of a misnomer, or I don't know what the term is, to just call a ship good or bad outright. There are ships that are inevitably bad for PvP, just all around. There's no good ideas for it, but they're few and far between. There are trends, there's metas, there's proven track records, there's like compositions that have obvious synergies, non-obvious synergies. But I can't really say I know too much about all of it. I did think it was interesting back when I was in Nullsec to see the different fleets fight each other. I thought that was always kind of fun. Generic-ish, but not in any sense of the word boring for me back then. And it wasn't really like a mutant heavy meta back then. Lots of battleships. Shit, I used to see rattlesnake fleets back then. Made my first battlecruiser, the Hurricane. It seems alright. Not sure how it will fare in PvP. Battlecruisers are dope. They're generally not great by themselves because they're too big to land catching, but they're not big enough to bully multiple ships generally. But with other ships, they can be a powerful, agile form of added DPS or like a steadfast shield to hold on to somebody, or even more advanced strategies. They also are generally team players in the sense that they have the bursts, that platform. So Shout out to the expedition battle cruiser, the Odysseus, too. Time for Taco Tuesday. Eat up, Katse. Enjoy. Thanks for coming by, dude. Love the energy. Thank you to my handsome, beautiful chatters for chilling with us today and making my life just a little bit brighter. I refuse to take you for granted, no matter what you say. So, yeah. You can suck on that egg. All right, guys, let's warp to height, though. I'm going to warp the fleet. We'll look for combats. We're not really too worried about combats. If they come, and we will sit there and have a big sad. But I don't really think in it does that too much. I haven't really seen that type of behavior from them. They'll usually just come and fight you and kill you. They don't play the whole like, oh, let's corral them in and smart bomb them. They don't do that. Now, are there shitheads in it? Statistically, there must be. I just really haven't met many. So maybe I'm just glaze, chloro glaze. That's all I do. But what are you gonna do? When's the next time you're running a bring your own battle cruiser fleet? I'm thinking about a cheeky get-in fit. Oh, battleship? I can't say for sure. I mean, every once in a while you can sneak battleships into these fleets. As long as you ask first, there's no harm. Worst case, I say no, and you just be sad. Also, I'm a bit of a sucker when it comes to, like, asking super politely for stuff like that. Pay Bio says, you want us to come fight? I mean, now it's too late. We were in a big bank and we saw some dummies, so I figured that they were going to come fight us, but they ended up leaving, so it's too late now. Trust me, I love it. Don't worry. We fought in it yesterday. It was super fun. Thanks, pal, for the offer. A shame I see it when I'm leaving. Hope you have a good day, though. Shout out in it. We refuse to spread salt. It ain't happening. 5 jumps away for 300. We'll take it. Why not? They're running like crazy. Bank is already filling up again. Oh, was it? I didn't see. What was the tick? Did you catch the tick, Peggle? Yeah, we saw Thunder Children there, and I'm willing to bet they just kept ratting through it. Jimmy says, "Wow, still alive." Yeah. I think it just wasn't worth the people in that system's time. The guy with the 3 dummies was right on the edge of crushing us. He just needed like 1 more or like another couple support ships. But he didn't want to lose all his dummies and lose the bank. I don't blame him. I'm not really uber familiar with in its layout and stuff, so I didn't know where that was in relation to where they were, blah, 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 blah. But when I first started robbing banks a couple years ago or whatever it is now, and it would be, they would kind of do some strange behavior, and I observed it, where they would just ignore the bank robbing more than other groups. But over the long run, that turned out not to be true. It just so happened to be like a little bit of a short-term observational issue. I'd say the response is precisely on average now in terms of frequency. Totally napkin math, by the way. None of this. I don't have numbers on any of this. Just total gut vibes. But I remember thinking that, like, wow, they're like not responding. But then we robbed a frat bank, and it was 1.3 billion ISK in the main bank, and they didn't respond. So I'm like, all right, I don't know what's happening anymore. Like, I'm just looking for fights. I don't even care about the money. But the problem is we bring these high damage ships that like nobody wants to run into. So it's a bit, we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot a little bit. But we got Drakes. I mean, shit, Drakes are chill. You can't be mad about Drakes. No, I just had this great fight yesterday, I think it was, within it. We were looking around for a fight for a while, and finally y'all poured in, and it was super fun. We got away with killing a valuable ship. You guys cleared the grid, but it was really good for us. We were so happy. We're close. We got something on the hook at the moment. Cool. Good luck with your kills. I'm sure you'll see me again real soon, bro. If you haven't seen me out there yet, you'll see me real soon. You know it's me because we have a bunch of shitty battle cruisers or cruisers, and like we're super nice to you in local. And we'll let you kill us with no running required. Or no chasing required. That's the calling card. Couple jumps away, we're in frat space now. There's obviously a non-0% chance we get interdicted along the way. Frat's interdiction skills are best in class when it comes to roaming around, according to my vibe napkin math. They tend to have multiple blopsters out at all hours of the day doing wild shit with multiple crews. There's multiple ways to die out here. If you get jobbed by goons, it's going to be one of like 2 groups or a solo guy. That's what it seems like. Horde was pretty varied in the response. Gotta say, Horde very, very rarely actually sinoed us. Frat, it's like if you don't get in the ESS ASAP, like you're gonna get intercepted and sinoed. 100% of the time. Like we're already pushing it going this far. But the timing is in our favor. Do you do the abyssal downtime? Sorry, I'm so sorry. Do you do the abyssal downtime trick for true safes and wormholes when you get downtime inside of abyss and spawn far out a wormhole? Yeah. You're asking if I do that? Yeah, yep. I have no joke, I've done that thousands of times. And that's not like, oh, is he just making it up? No, thousands, as in a comma. I like to tell people I've been in the abyss itself thousands of times, but I don't know if I've ever completed a site. I think I've only shot rats like twice. It's kind of funny to think about. When I say thousands, I'm talking about with the use of alts, just to be clear. In case you're doing the math, wondering how that's possible. But there's a good reason for that, and that's because life on the rim in J-Space is safe. It's chill. It's relaxed. It's exclusive. It's discreet. I think my 24 hours is up. When you get a free moment, no rush. Oh, spaghetti-o. 7 minutes on the bank. Holy shit, let me rush. Let me rush. Rushing the links. Got you, Brody. Let me get you on the spreadsheet, yeah? Boom. Welcome to the club, sir. Let me give you rolls. Where the hell are you? Where's your name, sir? Sweet. Wait, was somebody linking? Oh, I thought somebody was linking, but it was him joining my corp. I'm like, wait, fuck. Are we about to have to fight somebody? So we can't unlink. Shout out Ingenic. Welcome around. I recommend highly that you read the Tabitzer channel and the map info and all that good stuff before you use the map, so you don't make me start screaming at the top of my lungs like poor Blitz did. I'd say it takes about 20 minutes of your time if you want to use the Tabby map, and you'll be totally caught up. But if you guess, I'll find you and I'll tickle you. I'll read everything. I've already watched how to vid. My man, thank you. Appreciate you. It's not too bad. All right, so we're robbing 280 million from Frat. We're in Vale. Where are we in relation to the center of Fratville? Looks like we're like 4 jumps from 4H. Wait a second, sorry. I'm looking at this wrong. I'm looking at this all wrong. I'm looking at this all wrong. So we are 4 jumps from 4H. I was looking at it exactly right, so. Do you think we could kill a Sino ship if they interdict us, if we fleet warp, Dwayne? Like, we just march to 4H and eat a bubble? You think the broadsword, we can kill it with this, or no? You think so? Okay. J-Space, you heard it here first. You have the chloroquine guarantee. That's true. It's certainly not safe. But the thing is, like, if you play around the rim, like, nobody knows you're there. Like, the idea that people are combat scanning you down, those stories you hear about people combat scanning you down, that's only people that go AFK out there. If you cloak and used your D-scan while in the rim, you were... largely uncatchable. I've personally never been caught doing it. The rim. Yeah, somebody was talking about abyssal safes. So we're just talking about like deep safes and stuff. Like if you have a system that looks like this, right? Basically the idea is like, you know, everybody knows what deep safes are. This is nothing new, but the idea is if you just exclusively play in positions like this, people don't even have the opportunity to descan you. This is the premise for new guys, right? Or girls. If you play out here on these blue crosses, people can't even descan you. So like they'd have to throw their probes out here and look for you randomly in thousands of systems. It just doesn't happen in practice. The only times it happens is when you're AFK or they see you warp out there and you're obvious about it. If you have a deep safe, yeah, the idea is to completely saturate systems with them so that you can change new ones every day and stay unpredictable. So social engineering or just stalking doesn't work. If you're lonely, Rizio's always there. Or Rizio. Interesting. Interesting, Dwayne. You think they'll bring the facts, though? The dance doesn't really match the music, sadly. It's like piano music. And I'm undulating. Dwayne's over here writing Drake fucking erotic fanfic. Is that how you live solo in a wormhole? Hide on your deep safe, whatever mobile base you're using? Yeah. Yeah. I made a whole ass series about it. It's crazy. You should check it out sometime. You probably like it. Yeah, so I have 5 accounts that most of the characters, what is it, like 12 or 13 characters on those accounts, all are floating in wormhole space at any given time. No, they don't hit stations. They don't use mobile depots that much. Once in a blue moon. They're just in the ships they use with some light synergies. So you log off in a safe spot, you wake up in a safe spot. So when you play like that, and you're playing around the rim of the system, it's like nobody can see you log on, nobody can see you log off. It is another level of safety altogether, right? Safe spots have been in the game forever, but tunnel bugging and abyssal safe generation has kind of made it trivialized. No response. See ya, Pego. Have a wonderful evening. Dwayne's like, I guess I'll hit the old dusty trail. This is YOLO logs off like a madman. Yeah, there's definitely advantages to it. Like if you gotta have a building that people couldn't find, it'd be one thing. But a building instantly means a public address, no matter what you do. And that comes with its own set of consequences. We need to focus on this bank. Pego's letting one slip before he leaves. Alright, let's random this. I guess we're marching to 4H and just gonna fight whatever tackles us because I guess I'm getting a little bored of streaming at the moment currently. I feel good though. I mean, the stream is good. I'm just, you know, I'm being honest. So we're gonna go 1 to 3 on random.org. We're gonna skip Haito this time. Number 1, Bag. Bag gets the coupons. Coupon winner. We're gonna march to 4TAC H to fight them. Wait, hold on. Let me just check the banks. There's no fatties near us, are there? Nah, yeah, exactly. We're gonna do a little death march to 4TAC H. I'm gonna try to kill some tackle. It'll be funny. I'm gonna drop the loot right on top of my face. Yeah. So our boy Bag here, I think he's next to me. He can take that. Otherwise, burn out and proceed to death. We don't have tackle, but they don't know that. And I need you guys to remember that. That's actually not a joke. A lot of people don't know they're not tackled until the very end. Some people don't figure it out at all. Someone says, would you drop loot, deposit loot in the deep safe via jet cannon will safe, and then warp to the safe of the rim? You're asking about for my setup? No, yeah, I put jet cans all over the rim, yeah. So when I mine gas, I'll tuck it like a squirrel tucks a nut. I'll tuck it along the rim somewhere, and then I'll just note it, and then I'll go back and fetch it later before the 2 hours expires with a ship that can hold it or compress it or whatever. Porpoise, Odysseus, whatever. The lesson is to understand that if you're vigilant with D-scan, you actually are invulnerable. Classic null roam, incoming 10x fleet. There's the malediction. We're gonna get insta split up. Would you be confident enough to leave your ship in such a space? So, funny story, I actually do leave my porpoise floating sometimes with no pilot in it for like 10 minutes or so when I do skill extractions on that guy. So I suppose the answer is yes. Cutaway Primus here? Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my. No. The abominable roach of the sea picked up this wok and fried this rice. Damn, this actually looks like it has like a disease, this skin. That's crazy. So there's a Vexor Navy issue now on short. Like we sat here for 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. We came mad long. Now they're like plussing. We're just going to fight them on the gate and be men about it. Do we want to give Backfield a chance to deposit before we all warp off or what? You know what? I don't even know if I care. Like, look at that. This guy comes in after we're gone. Do we burn back in? Nah. Let's just fight on the gate. We're already out. It's going to take forever to get back in anyway. Just realized that I could have bought an Odysseus with the amount I spent on my mock. Yeah, I can't help you be good at spending. That's definitely a you issue. Look at this Drake get attacked. Do we want to turn back and kill these guys? He's just going to run. That's the problem if you actually turn on him. Let's just make sure this Drake doesn't get caught. We're so slow. By the way, this is like such a chicken shit bullshit response. The only reason he's doing this is because he's probably watching right now on the stream. You would never send a VNI in against all this if you weren't watching. Alright, I guess burn at him, fuck it. There's no harm in it. He's already carving away, it's hilarious. I got my mediums on him. Just put your drones on him and a line out. He'll have to leave. He can't defang everybody. Actually, he's like dying. He's like dead. I think the Naga actually is killing him. Are you Rails? Is that what this is? Yeah, I think the VNI just died somehow despite having every possible opportunity to not die. Am I understanding this right? Are you trans-matching him right now? No, he's out. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Don't web him. No webs. Come on, Dwayne. Give him the business. How is he not leaving? Oh, he wants to fight for real? Alright. He's like, alright, let's do it. Let's do it. So what a waste of time. This guy watches the stream, waits for us to burn off, and then just goes buck wild. Now he's gonna try to defang people. It's like, dude, you're so annoying. Look, he's literally shooting our drones like he wants to take this long term. Alright, let's just line to the gate and leave. You guys want to chase a Vexor forever or what? He gives away the game that he's watching the stream when he comes in after we've burned off, right? Because you would never come in if all these dudes were sitting there at 0. So, Suramu, you're annoying. We don't like you. But if you want to fight us for real, we're always down to fight people. We just don't like chicken shit little fuckboys like you. So, meet me at the gate. You guys can kill us there. Have fun. We're not going to chase you all day so you can have fun at my stream's expense. Go away. All right, come beat us at the gate. Can't get polarized rails? Oh, thank you. Which gate? We're going to go to Fortac H. So this is Desto. So we're going to go to the TVN gate. We're probably going to get dicked and killed. He's repairing? Yeah, I know. He's just so stupid. Maelstrom. I'll wait here for y'all. I guess, like, fighting is cool, but you know exactly what that man did, and it's just kind of cringe. Attention-seeking behavior. All right, so we're going to punch through and see what type of addiction they have. If they don't, we'll just keep marching until we die. Love me some frat, but that guy can sit and spin. No addiction at all. All right, we're one step closer to 4H. Anybody left behind, caught, scared, lonely, cold, in need of a divorce lawyer? Anybody? I happen to be able to solve all of these problems fraudulently and naturally. I'm not licensed, but I will probably solve them off record. Mally's here. What up, G? Oh yeah, you're affirming my thought. Yeah. You do see that, and that's why we often do this thing when we're trying to burn out of the thing, but you can't help it. No, you're in PvP mode, but can you do reactions in Lowsec? Can I? Will I? Should I? You want me to do reactions right now? All right, guys, we're gonna stop the fleet right now. I think I'm gonna go do some reactions. Scott, I love you, bro. What's up? Little malediction here might hold us down. I don't know. Let's do a line, see what happens. Surely he's gonna try to hold somebody down. Just reapproach if the Mally gets you, right? All right, fuck it, send it. Send it! What up, Vegulon? How you doing? Mally, good to see you again. Welcome back. Proper Scucks to our one and only Prime Pony Club member. Jimmy Joe is here. Oh no, dude, what's poppin'? Good to see everybody. I'm having a good day. Just goofing around out here in Nullsec, fucking around with Frat. Little VNI mosquito was buzzing at our ear. I'm sure he's gonna come doomsday us now because I talked shit. But that's how it goes. If you talk shit on a stream, people will come and do insane things to you. They will violate you. You want me to log off Jack right now and flip to reactions? Yeah, I got you. All right, so the malediction may be following us, folks. We may be being followed, but at this point, they might realize we're going towards 4H, you know? Big baller stuff. I'm aligned. The malediction don't want no smoke. All he's doing is reporting where we are to the enemy. Let's fight either on the in-gate or out-gate. I thought we had 5 dudes. I think we're only down to... I think Bagfield is behind, sadly. Bag, do your best, brother. Just do your best. If you get caught, I want you to write a small novella about it. You're roaming? What's happening? Yeah, we're doing Needlejack roams, robbing banks, looking for fights, goofing off. I'm doing a little whining. Oh, he says, can you only do reactions in law? I missed the word only. I'm like, what does that mean? All right, let's fight in 4H on the 8T gate. Sorry, Scott, I misunderstood. I thought you were asking me to do them. Like, no. Yeah, only low. So sorry. There's the devoter. All right, wait for it. Wait for it. We're going to test our theory, huh? All right, Dwayne. Might want to hold gate cloak here. Hold on. Let's see if they go through or not. It doesn't look like they're going through. All right, well, so they have a pretty big fleet here. I'm thinking we probably can't beat them, but... You know, maybe we could chase something? I'm going to shoot the scimitar in the face because I'm a fucking man. I'm a fucking man. That's all I know. This is all I know. Let me get that null on, please. Woo-wee! Woo-wee! Oh, I didn't get to load the null. All right, good fight, Frag. Good fight. Good fight. Let me see if I get the camera. Leave the camera. Leave the camera. So we jumped into 4H. We're kind of asking for it, but that's a lot of CFIs. My chat's suddenly entertained. No, let me watch. Let me watch. No. Let me watch. No. All right, so we did that because we could needlejack again, or we could go 4 jumps to frat staging and try to fight them. I can't say I saw the 30-man CFI fleet coming though. What weapon was that huge explosion? Somebody did a burst command that boosted all of them. Well, that ended poorly. I think I'll call this stream there, and we'll just keep doing little bits of PvP during the stream this week. I also want to review an Nomad Tale 15 this week and do some like notes on it for my own personal reasons. So we might do that on Thursday. I'm not sure. what was on my lost, post your lost mails. Let's see how many dudes were on the lost mails. Damn, son. The whole crew got a piece of your boy. Of course. Sorry if you didn't get the loot out or wrecked your shit, but it was fun. Evaporated like water. It's like we were just rubbing alcohol in a windy cavern. I regret nothing. I never scout for these fleets. I refuse to do it. I'm not going to start now. I don't think I've ever seen such a decisive response. I feel like they had the CFIs ready to go for something else, and like they're like, ooh, piece of candy. It was so fun. Every null roam ever? No, that's not at all true. I use mine at range with autocannons. That has to be the dullest for entertainment after you do it a couple times. No, well, you gotta understand, those CFIs were not formed for us. Do you understand? They were there gonna do something, and we walked up to them. That's a freebie. And I'm here for it. You don't go to someone's staging and then start criticizing what ships they use and how many. I tell you that right now. Giant Snorlax with the follow. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna cut it here. I try not to stream too far past 4 hours these days for my own freaking health. But I'll probably not be on Wednesday, but I might stream over the weekend. I might try to get a guest slot on Joe Lost stream. I don't know if you guys like Joe, but me and him on voice together would be interesting. A bit of a personality. I don't want to say clash, but we'll call it a interesting juxtaposition of minds. They were yeah, that was fraternity. We went to their house. We went to their headquarters. We flew right to them. I think, right? Yeah. Sometimes I say that and it ends up being someone else. A special shout out to everybody that came on the fleet today. Thank you so much. My exploration streams, I'll probably try to do some needle hacking ones because the Lowsec ones were not fruitful. I don't want to just keep doing boringness, but it was still entertaining conversation wise. So I got a video to make. I got water to run in my house. I got dishes to do. Got laundry to do. Oh God. But I'm happy. It's a good feeling. Thank you guys for entertaining me as always, and perhaps vice versa. I will, of course, see you soon, and I wish nothing but the best for you. Encourage you to find someone you care about and tell them, yeah? Tell them how you feel. You never know when you're gonna go. Life's a bitch, and then you die. That's why we get high, right? Appreciate y'all. Dude. There it is. Fun stream, enjoy the water. Fuck yeah, thank you so much. We're gonna keep developing the corp, fold Blaps back into it. Rest in peace, Sphinx. I like that guy. Hope he has a lot of fun out there. Thank you so much to all my YouTube chatters. I appreciate you. I noticed a bunch of people tuning in over there. I guess it's you know, it must be worth watching. I get a consistent little contingent. So thank you guys for tuning in time and time again. Chilling with your boy, sending the YouTube chats and spamming the little heart bullshit. It's funny, I like it. Thank you. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye, YouTube. Dan F, Stir Fry, Frozen Tater Tots, Scott. Sorry for reading your message wrong, Scott. Pybo, the rest of it. Curtis, goodbye, farewell, auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye, au revoir.